Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 673. We are live in the land of red. We are on YouTube, and we are here to present our very first ever TWA Legends Night. We, of course, on our last show, TWA Underground, was a unification show where we, of course, allowed WCW to sail off into the sunset with each WCW champion on the roster being given a matchup against TWA Underground champions. And of course we saw some champions prevail as far as TWA Underground goes. Others lost their championships to those former WCW stars. WCW, of course, no longer in existence. We have laid it to rest once again. But that gives birth to today. It brings us to today, TWA Legends Night, the very first show, the inaugural episode. And only legends reside here. You got to be amongst the best of the very best to participate on these shows. And of course, they get to do battle in their own divisions and chase legendary championships. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And of course, if you've been paying attention to the promos that have been being released lately, there's all kinds of crazy things going on with Death Authority and Coalition, the Vision, TDL, all kinds of crazy things going on, which will, of course, bring us to our next episode of TWA Underground. It's going to be very exciting. Of course, we already know that TDL and the Coalition are going to do battle. MJF and Joe Hendry are going to team up against Mufasa and Eric Dangerous, while, of course, Elijah Archer will be busy with Braun Breaker as the feud between the Vision and the Coalition continues, in addition to their rivalry, long-term rivalry for that matter, with TDL. But anyways, lots going on today. We got 9 matches on the card. 7 of them are championship matches. We're going to be introducing some brand new championships. And of course, I got a little bit of news I didn't share with anybody before. I don't know if anybody even thought of it for that matter, but due to the fact that there's not an overwhelmingly number of women in the Legends division that we can create tag teams out of. They, at the moment, for now, don't have a tag team division. That'll, of course, probably change in the coming weeks, months, and in the future. As far as the Legends division goes, they will eventually have a women's tag team division. But for now, we didn't want them to get the shaft. We didn't want to get them to get the bottom end of the barrel. So we, of course, created a TWA Legends North American Championship for the women to do battle against. So we'll be introducing that championship tonight, as well as the other legendary championships that'll be brought into existence. The TWA Global Legends Championship, the TWA Legends Tag Team Championship, of course, also going to be making their debut. So it's going to be a very exciting show. Do have to open up my dashboard, though. That way I know what's going on with our chat room. There we go. I do believe everything should be working as per normal as far as our commands go, so you, of course, can find out what kind of animal you're going to be for today. The superstar that will be dressed as that animal, and, of course, what vehicle you'll be driving while dressed up as that animal. Blackjack, of course, the lotto, lots to do. You can try and become world championship worthy. But before we get into the show, we're, of course, going to have a look at some of the, there's been a lot going on. What does everybody think of the potential between Chris Jericho and John Cena being, of course, that being John Cena's potential final matchup? Because a lot of people seem to think that Chris Jericho is going to somehow get tied in. I don't know if he's going to be a mystery opponent for somebody in the qualifying matches for the Battle Royal that'll take place to decide John Cena's final opponent. I don't know really what they're going to do there. But there's some speculation and, of course, rumors floating around that Chris Jericho could end up filling that role. That's interesting. I don't know. I actually think it should be Randy Orton that retires John Cena. Whoever retires John Cena is obviously going to also become the Intercontinental Champion, which, of course, leads back to discussions from before when, because this could all be smoke and mirrors they're throwing at us. They do release information, incorrect and misguided information to throw us off the tracks of what they're actually doing. But at one point in time, it was Gunther that was slated to be John Cena's final opponent. He was, of course, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time, and John Cena now has that Intercontinental Championship. You know, he could become a two-time Intercontinental Champion, go on another big run and just add to his overall days. And add to his legacy, of course, of being the very best Intercontinental Champion of all time. So, is it all smoke and mirrors to toss us off of the fact that they already once told us that it's probably going to be Gunther? Again, very fitting that he happens to have the Intercontinental Championship Gunther could reclaim. And then once again use that as a stepping stone right back to the World Championship, which he did before. Beautifully done, too, by the way, and that's how it's supposed to work. The Intercontinental Champion should be next in line for a world champ. I mean, historically speaking, that's how it always worked, right? You know, even if you remember when the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania 6 was the Intercontinental Champion and challenged the WWF Champion at the time, Hulk Hogan, and that was the first ever time happening, the Intercontinental Champion. But I don't know why it was the first time it had ever happened. And of course, it was also a winner-takes-all match, right? The winner of that match became both the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. So, but Gunther fits that role. But there's all kinds of people they're tossing at us now, right? Like this Battle Royal, they're tossing anybody, any one of them could end up becoming John Cena's final opponent. Again, I personally want to see Randy Orton be the one, but again, now there's talk of other people, including now Chris Jericho. I don't know how they're going to work that in, if they were going to, again, maybe a mystery opponent for somebody during the qualifying matches for that Battle Royal. I don't know. But it's interesting nonetheless. What do you guys think? What is your opinion on that? Who would you like to see John Cena's final opponent be, or who do you think is going to win the Battle Royal? Even better question, who do you think is going to win that Battle Royal? Something to think about. Actually forget what the question of the show is. I usually look at it before we even go live, but I actually forget what the question of the show. It will pop up at some point, along with your blackjack numbers, your lotto numbers, and of course your dice numbers. They will pop up. In which case, at which time I'll of course pin that to the top of the screen, in case anybody happens to forget. Of course, the last show we did, the Unification show, Rocky Cross actually became the very first person to win the lotto. So we do have new numbers, of course. That has been reset. Well, we have new numbers across the board for dice, lotto, and blackjack. So there's that. But yeah, so I don't know. A lot of interesting talk about who might become John Cena's final opponent. LA Knight, of course, would certainly like to do so. It would be a total shock if he ended up being the one. But at the same time, it'd be pretty cool. And it'd be a good way to throw a curveball at things, you know, just when we're all complaining they're not doing anything with LA Knight. Boom! They end up having him. And it would be a first-time matchup. They've never wrestled before, right? So it'd be a first time and a great honor for LA Knight. Plus, he can retire John Cena and maybe become Intercontinental Champion. So there's all kinds of possibilities, right? But I still, for some reason, Gunther still but of course, where is Gunther, though? Is he going to be in this qualifying process for the Battle Royal? I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I don't know if anybody watched SmackDown yet. I haven't watched SmackDown yet. I'm probably going to do that later. A lot of one-on-one matches today, so I don't expect our show to be as long as some of our other shows. And it's our first ever TWA Legends Night, so it is stacked. Again, we do have 9 matches. 7 of them are championship matches. And they're in no particular order. You know, 2K being 2K. Messed up my match order. I mean, 2K needs to be fired. Fired like most of the refs we need to fire. For, you know, slow counts, lack of proper attention during matches where they could be disqualifying people for things like low blows, ghastly things like that. But you know how it is. Anything can and will happen all the time in TWA. But anyway, so yeah, lots going on. We've got the new TWA Global Legends Championship being introduced today for the women's and the men's division. the introduction of the men's TWA Legends Tag Team Championship, and of course, again, due to the fact that there's not a lot of people to participate in the tag team division for the Legends and the women's division as of right now, that's going to change. And don't forget, we also have the Hall of Legends coming up. Wait until you see the inductees for the Hall of Legends this year. And I'm just going to throw in a teaser there just to get everybody thinking. It is an all-women's Hall of Legends induction this year as far as the individuals going in. We, of course, also have legendary tag teams that'll be inducted, legendary management teams. You know how it works. And it'll be our 4th annual. Is it our 5th annual? It might actually be our 5th annual. I'll have to check. I think it's actually 4th. I don't think it's 5th, because we didn't do a Hall of Legends right away. We waited a couple of years before we even decided to touch base on that. Pretty sure it's 4th. I think it's our 4th annual TWA Hall of Legends show that'll be taking place in the near future. Of course, our year-end show will be our 5th annual TWA Slammiversary. That's going to be an absolute thrill ride of a show, I guarantee you. That's how we end the year every single year. We always raise the bar every single year, but they are always absolutely fantastic. It's the one show a year that we never had any problems with, and it was always fantastic. I don't know why that is, but Slammiversary for TWA has been fantastic. But anyways, we may as well get the show on the go. We're going to start things off right now with our tone setter of the day, so let's get things turning and burning. Starting things off for the vacant and brand new TWA Global Legends Championship, it is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff and the immortal Hulk Hogan. They are going to go toe-to-toe in an old-school lockdown match with a blue cage, as requested by one of our management teams, actually. But that is our tone setter of the day. We're going to get things rocking and rolling right now. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful, versus the immortal Hulk Hogan. That is next. It is first the inaugural matchup of the day for the inaugural episode of TWA Legends Night. Here we go. And of course, tomorrow we'll probably be running TWA Underground, so there's going to be a whole lot going on this weekend. And again, if you're paying attention, you see everything going on between TDL, the Coalition, the Vision, Death Authority making challenges, and it's been chaotic. It's been a chaotic scene, so a lot's going to go down at TWA Underground. All right, here we go. Tone setter of the day, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus Hollywood. Well, actually, this is the immortal Hulk Hogan for the brand new TWA Global Legends Championship. Let's go.
One of the biggest villains in WWE
and here he comes. A longtime rival of Hulk Hogan is Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. The brand new TWA Legends Night Arena. Fantastic arena for a fantastic show. This is going to be a lot of fun doing the TWA Legends Night. Only the legends come to play. The possibilities are immense. Of course, after the first matchup of the show, as always, we'll get into some dirt sheets. I do have a list for later in the show as well. I'm, of course, alone on the broadcast booth at the moment. I'm sure Moon Raider and Luke the Gooner will grace us with their presence at some point. But here comes the immortal Hulk Hogan. They are going to lock horns inside of an old school lockdown matchup. It is not like the new TWA lockdown matchup. It is not best of 2 of 3 falls. It is one fall. Takes it all. Pin and submit only. Locked inside 4 sides of blue steel.
So between WCW and WWE, Hogan has had double-digit world title reigns.
The crowd is on their feet for Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, and the Immortal Hulk Hogan. This is going to be one hell of a battle inside those four sides of blue steel. Let me know what you think in the chat room. Who do you guys think is taking the W here? Who escapes the steel as the victor? Will it be the Immortal Hulk Hogan or Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff? What do you think?
Headliner of the first 8 WrestleManias. Count them, 8!
Well, check out those pythons, Cole. It looks like Hulk's ready to headline 8 more WrestleManias.
Let's see, I said my prayers, I took my vitamins this morning. Guys, I think I'm on the right track.
The Immortal Hulk Hogan getting an already rowdy crowd riled up even more as he prepares to lock horns with Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, his longtime rival, inside that blue cage that is hanging above their heads right now. That's what it's all about right there. The TWA Global Legends Championship.
You can feel the tension here tonight. Definitely a big fight feel.
Championship officially on the line. Down comes the blue cage. Mufaça is in the house. What's going on, my friend? Welcome in. Welcome to TWA Legends Night. We're just getting things started. Of course, 2K decided to be 2K and mess with my match orders. I don't really know why. It didn't even happen in a traditional manner. You know, usually you got to shut your PlayStation off or whatever you're utilizing. Restart, do something. So our match order is a little out of whack compared to what I get. I gave some sneak peeks to a few people. And then I, of course, posted it in No Holds Barred. So my match order got a little changed up. The powers that be, the TWA gods apparently thought things should happen a little differently. That said, still an absolutely fire card for our inaugural episode of TWA Legends Night. Hulk Hogan on the top turnbuckle here. Ooh. Nice reversal by Mr. Wonderful. Little slow on the retaliation though. Hogan rolls out of the way. Some ground and pound by the Immortal Hulk Hogan here.
Shoulders down. Championship at stake.
What's new and exciting? Mufaça, what have you been up to? What'd you do today? Was your Saturday good to you? Did you have to do anything today that kept you busy, or did you just get to relax and enjoy yourself? Tell us all about it. Talk to us. What do you want to talk about? And Mufaça, what do you think about, rumors swirling that Chris Jericho could somehow end up becoming John Cena's final opponent? Oh, low blow by Paul Orndorff. That was a really slow count right there. I'm not going to lie. Not that I mind seeing Hulk Hogan get his ass whipped from time to time, and if anybody's going to do it, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, definitely the man you want to accomplish that task. Lots of history there. He knows Hogan better than anybody. If anybody can beat him, it is Paul Orndorff. But that was a really slow count right there. Just relaxing and playing matches on 2K20. Nice. Rocky Blazing Stars in the house. We were just talking about you not long ago. Of course, you became the first person to win the lotto. Welcome in, though. Welcome to TWA Legends Night. As you can see, our tone setter of the day, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff versus the Immortal Hulk Hogan, locked inside 4 sides of steel. This is a old school lockdown, though, not the same as the regular TWA lockdown. It is not 2 out of 3 falls. It is 1 fall wins it all. Luke the Gooner's in the house. Somehow was not on the broadcast booth, but there he is, addressing the masses. Looks like Luke just joined the broadcast booth. Welcome in, Luke.
I know I'm here.
Oh, it's Moon. Moon beat you to the broadcast booth again, Luke? That is ghastly. How dare you, sir, allow Moon Raider to beat you to the broadcast booth? I'll be on the broadcast booth in a bit. Right now, I'm at the Shrine of Mickey, mutilating myself. All right, we didn't need to know all that information, Luke, but that's fine. We'll see you when you join the booth. In the meantime, I'm going to continue watching this match and forget you're doing that. Nobody wants to know that. Ghastly. But anyways, Moon, how was your day? Welcome in. What do you think of the TWA Legends Night Arena so far?
I'm just having a look now.
Brand new logo. Yeah. Went old school. We got a brand new logo, as you can see. Our ring apron has some great legends on the side of it. It'll give you a look at some point. Although I do believe that same poster is also at the top of the ramp.
Where in the world is he getting this from? His beating heart will not be stopped.
But yeah, we got the old school guardrail. No barricade, no advertisements on those barricades. It is about legends doing battle in their own division over legendary championships. The best of the very best will show up at TWA Legends Night, and only the best of the very best. If you are not a legend, you are not invited. That time will come for you, though. Perhaps. Not a guaranteed thing, though. But anyways, did you see in the dirt sheets, of course, which you can always take with a grain of salt, really, when you think about it. But did you see that there's been talk about Chris Jericho maybe being John Cena's final opponent somehow? So how they would work him into the Battle Royal, I don't know, because I mean they're having qualifying matches for a Battle Royal that's to determine John Cena's final opponent. So I don't know how they would, like, maybe a mystery opponent. Somebody gets hurt and he takes their place. He ends up being the one that hurt them. Then there's a long drawn-out storyline from that as well. I don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But I did say earlier that in the beginning, and that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the old school lockdown matchup and your new and first ever TWA Global Legends Champion. It is the immortal Hulk Hogan. And I believe he is under the management of Team Luke the Gooner 94. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he manages Hulk Hogan. He does not manage the entirety of the NWO, but he does manage Hulk Hogan. He became his Jimmy Hart. Jimmy Hart is far too busy these days. Luke the Gooner 94 picked up the slack. Rocky says, Zack Ryder is, yeah. I mean, I get why they did it. You know, people already know who Zack Ryder. Not everybody knew who Matt Cardona was, you know, unless you've been paying attention to the current product, etc. Right? A lot of people knew and remember who Zack Ryder was, and let's not forget that character made a boatload of money for merchandising. It was very successful. It's too bad Vince screwed him over as often as he did. I thought he should have been a legit champion more than once and had a decent run. Instead, he was basically transitional champion on a couple of occasions. Matt Cardona's a fantastic wrestler. He can really go in that ring. You know, he's got charisma coming out the ass. He's good on the microphone. He's like the first LA Knight. I never understood why they did Zach so dirty all the time. I don't understand why they do it to LA Knight. So, I mean, unless there's some sort of long-term plan for LA Knight, and I'm not the only one, right? There's many people think it. Sports Illustrated thinks it. I had to say that just because, you know, Becky Lynch keeps saying that shit. But, yeah. I don't know. John Cena's final opponent, though. I still think it should be Randy Orton. I think it should be Randy Orton. The Immortal Hulk Hogan, the inaugural TWA Global Legends Champion. Congratulations to Hulk Hogan. Luke, are you paying attention? Do you still manage Hulk Hogan? I forget.
No, I don't manage Hulk Hogan.
Sorry, say that again, Moon.
I don't manage Hulk Hogan.
You do?
No, I don't.
No, I think Luke does, though. I'm pretty sure Luke does. But yeah, so I get why they brought Zack Ryder back. I would have much preferred seen him come back as Matt Cardona. To be fair, though, he's now wrestled in WWE as Matt Cardona and Zack Ryder. That's kind of cool. But, because I'm going to guess he's probably signed a new contract, I would have preferred they signed Matt Cardona and let him continue doing his thing as Matt Cardona. Because, I mean, he's got to be ready for his last run himself soon, right? So I'd rather see him go out as Matt Cardona and maybe have a legit title run somewhere. Unless they're going to finally give Zack Ryder a shot. You know, even if it's not a world title, I mean, he could be a United States champion, Intercontinental champion. You know, Zack Ryder doing some open challenges would be fun. So, I don't know. All right, so again, the Immortal Hulk Hogan from Team Luke DeGuder, 94. The inaugural, the first ever TWA Global Legends Champion here at the inaugural episode of TWA Legends Night. Let's move on. Move on to our next match of the day. We're going to see TDL in action. It is the Dangerous Lions, Eric Dangerous and Mufasa, taking on Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They are the NWO. It is for the brand new TWA Legends Tag Team Wrestling Championships. That's our next match of the day. Let's get things rocking and rolling, shall we? Shall we? What do you think of this match, Moon? TDL or the NWO? Who do you think takes home the gold and becomes the first ever Legends Tag Team Champions? What do you think?
I'll say the TDL.
TDL becomes the first champions. I mean, anything is possible. Like I say it all the time. Anything can and will happen in TWA. This is a hell of a match, though. Great way to decide the first ever tag team champions. Multiple time tag team champion TDL versus the multiple time tag team champion NWO. Both amazing legends. Amazing teams in general. NWO, of course, a faction. Hopefully the numbers game doesn't show up to play a part in this and ruin the night of TDL, but and you got to wonder what's on the mind of TDL, especially with all the issues. I mean, I don't know if you've been paying attention to the promos and everything being released, all the crazy stuff going on between Archer and the Coalition and TDL and the Vision and all that stuff that's been going down. I mean, a lot of crazy things. TDL, of course, recently released a video, you know, basically their hit list of who they want to take out first even in the Coalition. So I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. They got a lot on their plates. NWO, however, they're coming in fresh. I mean, they have had oddly enough, they have had no villainy going on backstage lately. They've almost been behaving themselves. They are fresh and ready to go. They are looking to become tag team champions for the first time in a hot minute. So this is going to be very interesting. It is a traditional 2-on-2 tag team matchup. But here we go. Eric Dangerous and Mufasa, TDL, versus Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, the NWO TWA Legends Tag Team Championships on the line. Let's go. Alright, so we got some stuff going on in the chat here. Let me have a look-see here. Rocky Blazing Star is a walrus. He is Randy Orton dressed as a walrus. And driving an ATV. 496. Did the numbers pop up yet? Because I forget what they are. Usually I look at that before I start, but I had forgotten. Here they come. They are the brand new TWA World's Tag Team Champions. The Dangerous Lions, better known as TDL, looking to become double tag team champions again. here in TWA by winning the brand new and vacant TWA Legends Tag Team Championships. But they've got their plate full with Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. They are a well-oiled machine. The NWO, one of the most revered, if not the most revered, tag team and faction in wrestling history. Wouldn't you agree, Moon? Moon Raider is off to the shrine with Luke the Gooner. That's kind of a ghastly thought, actually. So we'll just move on from that comment. We will move on from that comment. So in a moment, we'll have a look at some dirt sheets. Once Luke comes on, we're of course going to talk about some football, some hockey, some American gridiron football. I do like to differentiate the two. I know we talk about it all the time, but at this very day, you know, it's not like I'm a spring chicken or anything. To this very day, I don't understand why American gridiron football is called football. Why? I mean, when they punt the ball, they kick it, right? When they are looking to score a field goal, they kick it. That is the only time. As a matter of fact, they kick the ball so little that the kicker is not even considered part of the main roster. He is a very highly paid not member of that roster. You know, you got your Pat McAfees, right? We all know who the kickers are. They're the ones that punt. They're the ones that try to attempt to kick those field goals. But, yeah, they're mostly throwing it and running with it. Primarily. That is literally what they do. You know? Pigskin Combat, I think, is a better name. Combat ball? I don't know. The football thing just never resonated with me. It doesn't make sense to me. And I'm sure I'm not the only one that thinks that. I know Moon Raider is definitely one of those people that probably think that. Of course, he's from the UK, right? Just like Luke. So I'm assuming we asked Moon Raider what he thinks of the name football for the American version of a football game. You know? What do you think about that, Moon?
I think I'm okay with football.
Yeah, but do you ever sit and wonder why they call it football?
Just like when they run with the ball in there.
Yeah, they don't kick the ball very often, right? When they're punting, and or when they're attempting at making an attempt at a field goal. Other than that, they are throwing it, potentially laterally passing it, running with it. You know, unless that's why it's called football, because they have to use their feet and run. I don't know. But I still like Pigskin Combat, though. I do still like Pigskin Combat. Okay, well, let's see what's going on in the dirt sheets here. Wrestle Talk's got a interesting article here. WWE SmackDown stars to leave the show. So WWE SmackDown has seen various stars moving from the brand, to head to Monday Night Raw or NXT over the course of the past several months. From Roman Reigns to LA Knight, these stars have left a void that has been filled by those still on the brand and those who make the move to Friday nights. Looking at the current SmackDown roster, there are quite a few names who could immediately help to bolster another brand's ranks in a considerable way. Here are 7 WWE SmackDown stars to potentially leave the show. Sitting at number 7, Solo Sikoa and the MFTs. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Tala Tonga, and JC Mateo. So on the November 10th edition of WWE Raw, GM Adam Pearce announced the latest matches for the John Cena Last Time Is Now tournament, which will see Gunther versus Javon Evans and Solo Sikoa facing a mystery opponent. See, there's that mystery opponent thing. Maybe it'll be Chris Jericho. I don't know. I mean, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. What would Chris Jericho want to come back and face Solo Sikoa for? But anyways, this will mark Sikoa's return to Monday Night Raw after being one of the cornerstones of SmackDown over the past 2 years. On Friday night, Solo has established his own faction called the MFTs alongside JC Mateo, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Tala Tonga. Wanting to exert their dominance over the entire company, Sikoa and the MFTs could come to WWE Raw where they can immediately become a force to be reckoned with. I mean, I somewhat agree with that. Because I think with the route they're trying to go, Moon, with the MFTs currently, I don't think it doesn't fit SmackDown right now. It doesn't really fit SmackDown right now. Number 6 is the Motor City Machine Guns. Of course, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. So since debuting in WWE back in 2024, Motor City Machine Guns have been focused on championship gold and etching their names in the record books. Widely regarded as one of the greatest tag teams of their generation, Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley quickly looked to do just that by facing a who's who of top WWE tag teams. After facing pretty much every other duo on WWE SmackDown, it might be the right time for MCMG to make the transition to Monday nights. Motor City Machine Guns have everything it takes to reach the mountaintop of the WWE Tag Team Division once again over on Monday Night Raw in a major way. I pretty much also agree with that, actually. Sitting at number 5 is the Street Profits, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins. So earlier this year, the Wyatt Six defeated Street Profits to win the WWE Tag Team Championship. Since that loss, Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins have been desperate to find themselves back in the title contention sooner rather than later. The former multiple-time WWE Tag Team Champions are among the most decorated duos in all of the company right now, wanting to find that spark again to regain their momentum. Street Profits could head back to Monday Night Raw and tear it up with their top tandems, such as the New Day and the Judgment Day. Frank, this is a pretty good list. I actually also agree with that. You know, so far, you know, when it pertains to this list, there's not a whole lot I disagree with at this point in time. Interesting, isn't it? 4, 3, 7. Have the numbers popped up yet? Because again, I do forget to... There it is there. I'm going to pin that message. So the lotto is 273, or any combination of those numbers. The dice is sitting as a pair of 2s, and you got to beat 18 in blackjack. You got to beat 18 in blackjack. How dare you AKO me, Rocky Cross? I'm not even going to call you Rocky Blazing Star. You know why? You want to know why I'm not going to call you Rocky? Because Rocky Blazing Star is too cool for you. You are undeserving of the term and the name Blazing Star, so Rocky Cross it is. How dare you? Your ghastly antics here on YouTube. Trying to create villainy, Moon, he is. Wait, what happened? Was that a count out? I was reading the chat room. I heard the bell ring. I don't really know what happened, though. Did TDL just win by count out? Because that would mean we still have no new TWA Legends Tag Team Champions. Was anybody paying attention, or were you also paying attention to the chat room?
I did see the thing.
Glenola's in the house? It was a count out?
Yeah.
Oh, that is ghastly. Trying to crown a brand new and inaugural champion, or champions, I guess in this case. Spoiled. Plan foiled, if you will. By a count out. Somebody fire the ref. It's his fault. And he was in the ropes. He was coming. He would have been in the middle. Like, his head would have been in the ring. That should not even count. That should have been a double count out. Don't you agree? I think Mufasa also should have been counted out there. His foot wasn't inside the ring, just part of his body. But TDL got away with one there. So the winners of the matchup, Eric Dangerous and Mufasa, the future M, in our first ever TWA Legends Tag Team Championship matchup. Unfortunately, due to being a countout, that means although they win the matchup, they do not win the brand new TWA Legends Tag Team Championship. So those championships are still up for grabs. So we'll have to wait until the next show to see who will become our first champions, unfortunately. I blame Luke the Gooner 94 Moon because he's still not here. If he was here, the outcome might have been different there. Right? There would have been more fire on the broadcast booth. There would have been more electricity flowing through the community. Things could have changed. The universe could have, been a little more generous to us as we're trying to crown new tag team champions. But as it is Luke's fault. Eric Dangerous tagged Mufasa at 9.5. Holy crap. Glenola with a pair of threes. He is now in the lead for the dice game, unless anybody else has already got better than a pair of threes. Again, the numbers for the lotto are 2, 7, and 3. Any combination of those numbers. You can also see what superstar you're going to be today. What animal you're going to dress up as, and what vehicle you're going to drive around dressed up as that animal. Lots to do. I still have to do it myself, actually. I'm just kind of waiting for everybody else to do it, see what they get. Hopefully I don't get something stupid again. I forget what I got last time, but I know I was driving a fucking moped. Like, what? A moped. Why? May as well give me a bicycle. Alright, moving on. Our next match of the day, this one has been highly anticipated. Again, if you're paying attention to the promos that were being released, a lot going on with Archer and DDP, and of course the Coalition along with Elijah Archer, MJF, and Joe Hendry, the TDL, the Vision, a lot going on. But today, Elijah Archer gets in the ring with one of his favorite wrestlers of all time in Diamond Dallas Page. Is he going to be able to pull this matchup off, or is he going to be starstruck as he is in the ring for the very first time? As you saw in his promo, he is honored to be in the ring with the DDP. Is going to be there to beat him. He's here to make a statement. It is the first ever TWA Legends Night. Everybody wants to win. They do not care about sentiment. That's not going to happen. But that is our next matchup of the day. DDP versus the one Elijah Archer. We're going to unveil a brand new Coalition logo. And Archer has a new logo for himself as well. But let's get things rocking and rolling. Non-title matchup. 1 of 2 tonight. 1 of 2. Oh, hell no. Infinite Oni says, oh, what did Oni get? Oni got Jey Uso. Oh, no. He tries it again. Today he is Big E. Goodbye, Jey Uso. Question of the day, what are your thoughts on John Cena beating Dom to become the new Intercontinental Champion and now Grand Slam Champion? What do you guys think about that? Seeing how we've already been touching base on that topic, may as well answer the question of the show that finally decided to pop up. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if the welcome to the show has popped up yet. Stream Elements is being tardy today. How dare it. How dare it. So wait a minute. Oni is Big E dressed as a llama. Fuck yeah. And driving a Camaro. Man, you're going to have to, hopefully that's either T-Bar, Oni, or at least has a sunroof. Right? Because a llama, I mean, you need room. You got to stretch that neck. I mean, he's not a giraffe or anything, but he's, they got a fairly long neck. It's a llama. It is a llama. You're going to have to pop that sunroof. Or pop that T-bar roof off. Today, Rocky is Ric Flair, dressed as a sheep. And driving a Ninja, Kawasaki Ninja. Very fast motorcycle. Alright, let's see if anybody else is... I don't think Glenola has yet. Glenn, are you home or are you at work today? Archer, how dare you, sir? We do not say such things. We do not think about such things. We do not inquire about such things. We do not wish that such things would come into fruition. There is no Archer appreciation. It is TWA community appreciation. You ghastly being. Home on lunch? Now, oh, so you work close enough to home. You can actually go home for lunch. That's awesome. Now, do you get like an hour lunch, or are you on a half hour? How does that work for you? Your numbers are 1, 2, 3. That's hilarious. Or 3, 2, 1, or 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2. I mean, there's lots of combinations there. Gaslight. There'll never be an Archer appreciation show. Unless it's on somebody else's channel. And then I'm going to wonder why they're doing it. How dare they? Don't even think about it, Rocky Cross. I know your deity is now in the chat room. Your TWA god, Glenola, is here. But do not even think about conspiring with Glenola for an Archer appreciation show on your channel. We will ban you for life. I mean, Glenola will probably just turn around and unban you, but that doesn't matter. That is not my fucking point. I will ban your ass for life. Or Oni will, or Life will. Somebody will. Drop that ban hammer. Drop it like a ton of bricks. By the way, Rocky Cross, what do you think weighs more, a ton of bricks or a ton of feathers? While we're waiting for that answer, ladies and gentlemen, Moon, what do you think? Do you think Rocky knows the answer to that question? The difference between...
so.
You think he might? Okay. You're gonna give him credit and think and assume he might know the answer to that question. All right, let's see what happens with that. I'd ask Luke, but yeah, Luke's still not here. He is still at the shrine. He is still doing unimaginable things that we do not want or need to discuss. But here we go. It is DDP versus the one Elijah Archer. It is the Diamond Cutter versus the AKO. Let's go. All right. Pair of 4s for Oni. So yeah, you're in the lead so far, Oni. 5-7-4. Unlucky. Of course, don't forget, when you get those numbers, 2-7-3, it's any combination of those numbers. All right, you might have a 7-3-2. You might have a 7-2-3. You might have a 3-7-2. I mean, any combination of those numbers. And you win the jackpot. Alright, one thing I have not done is make sure everybody knows we are live, so let's take care of that order of business right now.
In-ring awareness and knows all the right moves to get it done tonight.
One crystal clear Diamond Cutter could be all he needs.
Here we go, guys.
DDP ready for action. Here comes the one, the reigning and defending TWA Underground World Champion is making his way to the squared circle right now. We all know Rocky Cross is in the middle of betting against him, wishing and pleading for a loss for the one because he is a ghastly little villain. By the way, how dare you, Rocky Cross? How dare you? There we go. Made sure I advertised on Discord and X that we are live. MJF and Joe Hendry still sporting the old Coalition logo, but if you have a look at Elijah Archer's suit, he is sporting the new logo for the Coalition. He also has a new logo on the back of his suit jacket. Of course, at TWA Underground, MJF and Joe Hendry will be teaming up to take on TDL to continue their rivalry, as the one Elijah Archer is slated to face off against Braun Breaker in our main event of the next TWA Underground, which is, of course, our next show. will quite likely be tomorrow. Will quite likely be tomorrow. So lots going on in TWA. Again, we have a Hall of Legends show coming up, our 4th annual. Our final show of the year, as always, will be TWA Slammiversary, our 5th annual TWA Slammiversary this year. And for those that weren't here earlier, a very special TWA Hall of Legends show this year. Every inductee, as far as the individuals, not tag teams or management teams, but our individuals being inducted into the TWA Hall of Legends this year, all female. It is an all-women's cast, and it is going to be a hell of a show. Boss Apollo sneaking up on us on the broadcast booth. How you doing, boss? Welcome in. First ever TWA Legends Night. What's new and exciting? Boss has lost his tongue.
Can y'all hear me now?
A little bit. You're a little bit low, maybe a little muffled, but we can hear you. We know you are here.
I don't know what's going on with my phone. Hold on.
We're still having a little trouble hearing you. At least we can hear you, though. Luke the Gooner is still hiding from us. He's still evading the broadcast booth. Sitting, doing unimaginable, disgusting things at the shrine of Mickey. You better get here eventually, because Mickey James is definitely on the card today, as is, I believe... Oh, wait. No, I don't think the Gooner is on the card today, just Mickey James. Yeah. Just Mickey James on the card. But still, Mickey James has a huge matchup today, fighting for a brand new and vacant championship. Imagine if he misses that. He will never forgive himself. He will have to find ways to apologize to Mickey James for his arrogance and ignorance. Letters of apology will need to be written. You got 21. Did you really? Yeah, you did. Again. How do you always get that?
I have a feeling that The Rock is going to beat John Cena finally.
Here we go with DDP.
Pardon me?
He's always comfortable fighting from underneath, as he's done for most of his career. Look,
I mean, he probably won't be John Cena's final opponent, but
shut your lights out anytime. Just when you think DDP
that just wouldn't even make sense at this point.
Launches a ferocious assault.
And across the ring, a man looking to cement his legacy as a title holder in our sport.
I mean, I actually wanted it to be Randy Orton, but if it can't be Randy Orton, I'd like it to be Gunther. And now that John Cena has the Intercontinental title, again, Gunther could reclaim that title and add to his legacy as far as days combined and his legacy as the greatest Intercontinental champion of all time. You know, there's also rumors, I was talking about it earlier, there's rumors floating around that it could end up being Chris Jericho even. I don't know how they would work that in, but...
DDP in this match.
Well, DDP has excellent conditioning, Cole. Paige takes incredible care of himself. He's always ready to go and can keep the pace no matter how deep into this match he gets.
Yeah. Chris Jericho? Yeah, he is, yeah. I mean, this, I don't think it's a secret at this point.
Saw it coming and avoided it.
Alright, so before we get back to that topic of conversation, we've only got a few more left on our list here of WWE SmackDown stars to leave the show. Sitting at number 4 is Rey Fenix. And by the way, it's weird. Like, again, the first few we've read, I agree with them all. I agree with that. It's a good list so far by Russell Talk here. But anyways, signing with WWE in April of 2025, Rey Fenix left All Elite Wrestling and immediately stepped into the biggest pro wrestling promotion in the world with something to prove. Despite his extraordinary high-flying ability, has caught the eye and gotten fans very excited about the show. Fenix has not been able to catch fire and accelerate his accent in any way. While he has gotten his fair share of opportunities, the former AEW International Champion has been unable to capture championship gold and find his footing in the promotion quite yet. Fenix moving to WWE Raw would give him, or give the company no excuse not to place him back with his brother Penta, giving their fan base some thrilling action with this Lucha Brothers reunion. So again, I agree with that one. I absolutely think Rey Fenix should go to Raw, and I absolutely think they should put him and Penta back together and bring the Lucha Brothers back into existence. Let them do their thing. Then they can both go on to have singles gold later. I mean, Penta, I think, has been booked way better than Rey Fenix, to be fair. At the same time, I don't think either one of them have been booked as good as they could be. Penta better than Rey Fenix, but neither one great, in my opinion. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the way they've booked Penta and Rey Fenix? Anybody got an opinion?
We know the way we get Edge.
Sorry, say that again.
We know we get a title run, single title run.
Oh, yeah. I think eventually they will, yeah. But, I mean, if they were to put the Lucha Brothers back together, they could go for tag team gold. They could even be utilized in AAA, right? They could become the AAA tag team champions. I just see all kinds of potential there for that. Might be kind of fun, too, not to mention. Breathe some life into the tag team divisions. Not that there already isn't. I mean, tag team division is pretty hot right now, I'm not going to lie. But, alright, so number 3 is Julia. On the November 7th episode of Friday Night SmackDown, Chelsea Green defeated Julia to win the WWE Women's United States Championship. Following the quick fashion of this loss, some fans started to question whether WWE has true plans for the former World of Stardom champion. Since signing with WWE in 2024, Julia has held a few start and stop pushes that has stalled her progression and ascension to the top of the company. Moving to Monday night, Julia could mix it up with the best women in the division in all of WWE, where she could potentially join forces with the Kabuki Warriors. And that is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by submission, it is the one Elijah Archer. So it was not an AKO that ended the night for the King of the Diamond Cutter. It was an ankle lock submission. Archer picked that toe. Picked up the W via submission. So congratulations to Archer. He's not going to have much time to rest, though, because he's going to have to get right back inside that squared circle. He's got Braun Breaker next for the TWA Underground World Championship. And again, of course, MJF and Joe Hendry, the Coalition, going to be teaming up together to face TDL. And what would be a great number 1 contendership matchup, in my opinion. Great number 1 contendership matchup. But yeah, they could join forces with Kabuki Warriors or even face some top stars, including Io Sky, Lyra Valkyria, and Becky Lynch. So 2 more to go. And we'll get to those during one of our next matchups. In the meantime, let's move on to our next matchup, shall we? Shall we? Here we go. We're going to crown an inaugural Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion at our inaugural episode of TWA Legends Night, and nothing but legends in this matchup. As you can see, well, it has to be. It is TWA Legends Night. But the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Championship will not just be contested inside of TWA Legends Night. That is going to be a brand-wide championship, a cross-brand, if you will, championship. But it is debuting here on TWA Legends Night. It is fitting. It is an Andre the Giant homage. But look at the villains in this matchup. Tito Santana, Sid Justice, the Junkyard Dog, Macho Man Randy Savage, Cactus Jack. We've got Jesse the Body Ventura, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the very man that dethroned Elijah Archer 2 years ago on his legendary Legends Championship run where he defeated 28 Legends and had 27 straight championship title defenses. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat dethroned him and took home the championship. And, of course, Jake the Snake Roberts. It is a battle royal for the Andre the Giant Battle Royal Championship. Let's rock and roll. Moon, what do you think? Who would your pick be in this matchup to be crowned as the very first ever Battle Royal Champion? Or boss, whoever wants to answer first.
Tito Santana.
Tito Santana for you? Or who?
Ricky the Dragon.
Ricky the Dragon or Tito Santana? Boss, what about you? We lost Boss. How dare you, Boss Apollo? No Luke. Loss of a boss. I'm still going to laugh if Luke misses the Mickey James matchup. Actually, that would be a fantastic thing to happen right about now, seeing how he is avoiding us, Moonrider. Mickey James booked in an elite level matchup here at the first ever TWA Legends Night, going to battle for a brand new and vacant championship. Luke not here to enjoy her potential success. Mufasa says Junkyard Dog or Randy Savage would be his choice. MJF is kicked out from ringside. For what?
He grabbed the leg of DDP. He did. In the last
Did he really?
match.
I missed that because I was reading the list, so I missed that part of the match. How dare he get kicked out from ringside? Yeah, I totally missed that. Well, that's what he gets for intervening, I suppose. You know, it was supposed to be DDP versus the one Elijah Archer, not versus MJF and the one Elijah Archer, so there's that. So fair is fair. But I did miss it. I did. All right, here we go. Battle Royal Championship time. Who will walk out as the very first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion?
WWE Universe, here comes Tito.
Tito Santana coming out first. Rocky, who do you want to see win this matchup? What about you, Oni? Any thoughts on a victor of this match? Arriba! Oni says. I always really liked Tito Santana. He was a great Intercontinental Champion, but he was also fantastic as part of Strike Force with Rick the Model Martel. Or who became Rick the Model Martel, anyways. Oni says Cactus Jack would be his choice to win this matchup. Sid Justice, a giant of a man, would also love to walk out as the very first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion.
Everyone of that fact once again. Great physique doesn't do Sid justice. Sorry, everyone. Seriously, no pun
The
intended.
ruler of the world, the master and ruler of the world.
Representation of what people imagine a pro wrestler to be.
And he has the intensity and earth-shattering offense to go along with looks and aura.
Crowd is fired up.
Here comes JYD, the Junkyard Dog.
Sid's about to remind everyone of that fact once again.
Imagine if JYD throws everybody over that top rope and becomes the very first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion. That could happen.
JYD with multiple titles and top promotions before WWE, and he's won major matches as a WWE.
You just came to see Archer lose? Well, that didn't work out for you, did it?
Even greater entertainment.
That did not work out for you. Yeah, they're going to have to fix Sid.
Up and ready to
Believe me, you're not the only one screaming about it.
No break in the dog or containing his energy, no matter what the time or place.
They've got the wrong version to sit in here, that's for sure. They need to fix that. JYD is gonna grab them cakes, Oni says. Here comes the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Former tag team champion, world heavyweight champion, intercontinental champion. Would love to become the very first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal champion. One of the most exciting superstars in wrestling history is the Macho Man.
That's right. There is only one Macho Man, Randy Savage.
By the way, we do have winners from our polls for our next challengers for the TWA 1 championships. Big Farmer Jackson won on the women's poll. JoJo Davis on the men's poll. So a member of Death Authority South will fight for the 1 championship. And then, of course, a member of Death Authority, I believe they are West.
The madman from Truth
I think Nikita Davis and Big Farmer Jackson are West. Maybe they're East. They might be East. Luke DeGooter finally showing up to work. Gaslight. How dare you? Shenanigans. Yeah, the shenanigans where you were not here. The shenanigans were you doing very vile things to yourself at the Shrine of Mickey instead of being here. Moon Raider beat you. Boss Apollo beat you. How dare you? They beat you to the broadcast booth. They are here. Well, actually, we don't know where Boss is. We don't. That's what you were doing. That we were talking about that. You were doing unimaginable, ghastly things to yourself at the Shrine of Mickey instead of being here to address the masses. Hey, at least you didn't miss Mickey James' match.
You're right. I'm pissed off today, though. Gabriel got injured. I'm still not happy.
Well, the headlines say injury scare, so maybe he's not too badly injured. Maybe he's not too, with any luck. But that's why things like that suck.
I don't think he's going to play against Bez, though.
Jesse the Body Ventura making his way to the ring next.
Colorful doesn't even begin to describe
The greatest heel commentator of all time, I think. He said what?
Flamboyant.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people did. Jesse the Body, I mean, superstar Billy Graham, Hulk Hogan. I mean, there was a lot of people that wore the boas. Jesse the Body was very flamboyant. He was a very good wrestler, too. Great entertainer. Fantastic on the mic. But he was an excellent heel commentator. I'm not sure he still is. I don't know if they've quietly removed him. I don't think they liked the things he was saying on the show. Well, he hasn't even been around for the last couple of Saturday Night Main Events, if you haven't noticed. Yeah.
No, I think he's on for
I don't know if he is or isn't, but he hasn't been around. And I don't know if it's because of some of the things he said during the shows or what's going on, but he definitely has not been around. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. I always loved Ricky. His match. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat had an absolutely teardown of a matchup with Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. It was actually the best match on that card, even though it was overshadowed by the hype of other matches, which ended up being mostly pure hype. But you don't see many matches better than Macho Man versus Ricky the Dragon. It was absolutely stellar. Yeah, he signed a Legends contract and was working with Saturday Night Main Event, but that doesn't mean he hasn't had some issues since then. But from what I understand, people in the higher ups didn't necessarily like some of the things he was saying on the broadcasts.
But that's just how it is, though. He's always
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's Jesse. You gotta let Jesse be Jesse. Infinite Oni in the broadcast booth.
The snake thrives in darkness. He will bring you down and unleash diabolical.
Infinite Oni would like to see Cactus Jack win this matchup and become the first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal champion. That was his pick.
Like, of course, bro. All these other guys are such noobs.
Such
6'7",
noobs.
6'7".
Noobs. That whole 6'7" thing is so stupid.
I know. I just want to make them know.
And now there's all kinds of different theories of why the 6'7" thing came about. Because, of course, you know, people started to figure certain things out, then kids started getting in trouble. So now there's different theories on what 6'7" is, but we all know what it is. Don't be trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, you little bastards. But anyways, back to our list. There's only a couple left, actually. So number 2, anybody just joining, it's WWE SmackDown stars to leave the show, or who they think could leave the show and why. I'll run back down through them again when we're finished. I've actually agreed with everyone so far. We'll see if that continues, but number 2 is Bianca Belair. So at WrestleMania 41 Night 2, Bianca Belair came up short in her WWE Women's World Championship match against Io Sky and Rhea Ripley. However, Belair walked away from the match worse than she came in due to suffering a broken finger injury. In what many hoped would be a straightforward recovery, Belair has now been out of action for more than 7 months and should be closer to her comeback than this setback. The EST of WWE should be returning soon and could make the move to Monday Night Raw, where she could further solidify her place as the home of the best women's wrestling division in the world today with her stunning array of abilities. Well, I mean, that could definitely happen, right? But I don't know. It's not something I really gave much thought to. That's just on their list. Bianca Belair, I think she fits whether it's Raw or SmackDown. She's just one of those wrestlers, and there's people on both rosters to have great feuds with, great matches with. So yeah. So no matter where she goes, I'm good with that. Yeah. Number 1 on their list is Cody Rhodes. So Cody Rhodes is clearly the face of the biggest star on the entire Friday Night SmackDown roster right now. Enjoying his second reign as undisputed WWE champion, the American Nightmare has been more and more signs that he could be entertaining a trip to the dark side. During his most recent feud with Drew McIntyre, Rhodes has cheated and used the title belt against his rival to hold on to his gold. Heading back to WWE Raw, Cody could bring this slow burn character arch to the company's flagship show, where he could interact and battle the likes of Roman Reigns, Braun Breaker, and CM Punk on the main stage. Problem is, I mean, unless they're going to send the Raw World Champion over to SmackDown, what sense does that make? So I agreed with basically all of them, but when it came to Bianca Belair, again, she's a fit anywhere. I don't really care. And as far as Cody Rhodes going to SmackDown, I feel like that's probably highly unlikely. Again, unless it's one of those situations where they decide to swap champions. Well, they're talking about sending him to Raw. You don't ever listen to you. That's why your mom. Just like the other day when your mom was telling you to tidy up after Buddy, you were just ignoring what she was saying and then doing what you want. How dare you? How dare you, you British bastard. You stinky cunt fish, you. You're turning Canadian. He's no longer British. No longer British. See, I personally don't think Cody Rhodes going to Raw is likely to happen. Again, it would have to be one of those situations where either he loses the title, I guess, or the Raw World Champion goes to SmackDown, SmackDown World Champion for some reason or another, goes to Raw. It could. They have. We've seen that happen before. Jesse the Body Ventura eliminated from the Battle Royal. Looks like more than one person. I've missed a couple of eliminations by the looks of it. Because we are down to 6.
Are we about to see an elimination?
I'm trying to figure out who it was eliminated. Cactus Jack is there. Sid is there. I think it was... No, there's Macho Man. Tito Santana. Ricky Steamboat is still there. Jake Roberts is still there. Jesse the Body was eliminated. Damn it, who was the other one? So there's only 2 people eliminated so far. Jesse the Body and... Yes, it was JYD, thank you. It was JYD. Eliminated first, apparently. Alright, so Oni, you got any opinions on who they're going to have be John Cena's final opponent? With all the rumors and different theories swirling, including Chris Jericho even. That's what I said, and since then, you know, it's like they're trying to throw a bunch of other info at us to sway our opinion of who he might face for his final opponent. I think Gunther, especially at this point, makes sense because he could reclaim the Intercontinental title, add to his overall days as champion, continue his legacy as the greatest IC title holder of all time, and just like last time, use that as a stepping stone back to the world title. So yeah, that makes perfect sense. However,
Makes perfect sense. It's not who I want.
yeah, I mean, I've all along,
It has to be somebody.
I mean, there's even suggestions it could be Jericho, but I don't know how they would work that in.
Oh, if it's John Cena's last match, I know who I would want it to be.
Who would you want it to be?
I would want it to be Sheamus.
He's in a bad way, but still
You choose Sheamus? See, I'd pick Randy Orton.
Well,
But
there's a reason behind my decision. I'm not just picking a name.
Yeah, no, I think I know where you're going with it, and you know, to be honest, I wouldn't hate it if it was Sheamus. I wouldn't. So, but either way, whoever is retiring Cena is also going to become the Intercontinental Champion. So who? Yeah.
That's why I'm picking Sheamus.
That's why you're picking Sheamus. Yeah. Well, he could definitely use that.
Sheamus needs to be Grand Slam.
He does. Yep. The same as John Cena. Yep. And how cool would that be? You know, John Cena giving that same opportunity to Sheamus. Here's the thing, though: is Sheamus in any qualifying matches for the Battle Royal? Of course. I mean, Chris Jericho. Yeah, Chris Jericho isn't either, but his name is swirling around. And who is it that has a mystery opponent coming up for a qualifying matchup? Somebody has a mystery opponent. I forget who it is now. So that could be Chris Jericho. You never know. I personally think you know, Chris Jericho return would probably more likely happen in the new year.
I know.
But
LA Knights was revealed, but I'm not going to say it because some people haven't watched SmackDown.
no, yeah, I still have to watch SmackDown. I do. We are down to 2. Sid Justice and Cactus Jack, ladies and gentlemen. One of these gents going to walk out as the inaugural TWA Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion. Who is it going to be? I mean, these legends have put on a better Battle Royal than I've seen in a long time, actually, is the funny part.
The thing is, the last 2 people actually have former teams behind them.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, they do. Look at that. Nice reversal encounter by Cactus Jack, who I thought was going to get eliminated by Sid Justice right there. Talk about resiliency.
Either me or Soul.
Either you or Soul.
And if Soul wins, he better thank me for buying him Sid.
Yeah, that's right. You hear that, Soul Embers? Bow down to the great Infinite Oni. If you win. If you win. Otherwise, Cactus Jack whipping your... Oh, that is it! That is all! Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and your new and first time ever TWA Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion, representing Team Soul Embers. It is Sid Justice going home with the gold. Congratulations to Soul and Sid Justice. He owes you a thank you. He does indeed. 57% World Championship worthy. Has anybody come closer than that yet? Probably not Rocky Cross. He always gets 99.
Try not to spam it.
Are you still leading at dice? You're still leading at dice, aren't you?
Yeah.
Rocky says they're East, even though he spelled there wrong. How dare you? They do not own the East. The East owns you. How dare you, Rocky Cross? We're not calling him Rocky Blazing Star. I don't care if we are on YouTube. That name is too cool for Rocky Cross. He does not deserve it. How dare he? Sid Justice, crimson mask and all, hoisting up that brand new TWA Andre the Giant Battle Royal Championship. Again, congratulations to Team Soul Embers. And here we go, moving on to our next matchup. Next matchup for the TWA Women's Legends Championship. Alondra Blaze set to do battle against the coldest bitch on the planet, January. That is next. It is a traditional one-on-one matchup. One fall wins it all. You can be disqualified. You can be counted out. All traditional rules do apply in this championship battle.
Good there. Yep, fire versus ice.
Fire versus ice. A smoking hot experience when you think about it. Or smoldering even, depending. It is. This matchup was not supposed to be at this point of the card, but again, 2K decided to be 2K on me again earlier. Funny thing is I didn't even leave the game. Usually that happens if I shut it off, come back. Whatever, it didn't. For whatever reason, it just rearranged my match order. Again, 2K being 2K. Not that it matters. Fantastic matches all night long. I just wanted it in a specific order. As you could tell, because I made teaser posters that, now do not show the proper order of the matches, by the way. Do not follow that if you're looking for the next match. 2K said, fuck you. The TWA gods had their own plans, apparently. But here we go. Alondra Blaze versus January. TWA Legends Championship on the line. Let's go. Yeah, they forced us to open up with Hulk Hogan and Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. That irritated me the most. You did. It was the first match on the card, sadly.
Oh, I thought the tag match was the first part. It takes you like 20 minutes to start the first match.
It was supposed to be Archer and DDP, actually. I guess you didn't see the teaser poster, but yeah. The two non-title matchups were supposed to be first.
I just woke up when I joined.
Oh, did you? Had a little cat nap, did you? Hey, at least you didn't pass it on the broadcast booth.
No. I've probably done that before. Don't remember it.
This, of course, not the first time Alondra Blaze has been chasing the TWA Legends Championship.
If I remember correctly, she held the Legends title for a while, then it was January who finally beat her.
Indeed.
Just like that. Like it was nothing.
They have history. They are well versed with one another. January's been on a fucking tear lately, though.
I wouldn't say that after Amber Extreme beat her for the Legends title. The Underground title.
That's true. Amber Extreme did something to January I did not think I would see. That was weird. Not gonna lie. Expect a great match? Yes. Expect that? No. The coldest bitch on the planet, January, ladies and gentlemen. Multiple-time champion in TWA.
Might just be the night the title changes hands.
2 years ago, she became the first person to hold 6 championships at one time to become a sextuplet champion.
She was also the first person to win 5 titles.
This is true. And was she the first? Who was the first Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion? I forget. I'd have to actually look.
That was way further in the history than I know.
Yeah, you'd have to check Discord on that one. You'd have to look in the former champion section.
This may be her biggest
because it's been a while.
Yet.
It's been a hot minute since I had a look to see who the original winners were. That is a beautiful Legends Championship.
She'll be retiring after this year.
She should retire and become just a manager.
She's not going to be around. She should, but...
Oh, she's leaving the business.
I don't plan on getting the game, and I don't plan on creating anybody.
Well, I mean, TWA will still exist.
Yeah.
Whether it's 2K25 or 26, because I'm going to be honest, I am not going to jump out and buy 2K26 after all of the issues with 2K25. And they still have things they could fix with 2K25. So I will, again, unless for the 5th year in a row, somebody decides to gift our community with 2K26, I will absolutely not jump out and buy it right away. Not happening. So we will continue with 2K25 into our 7th season. The last 4 years. See, you don't listen. See what I mean, Oni? He does not listen to anything we say. Unless we're talking about Mickey James, the Gooner, Team Arsenal. He does not care. He does not listen to us.
Jack gifted it this year.
Nope, Glenola this year. It was Sir Jack last year.
Oh, and it was sold the year before?
And Soul the year before, yep. Soul actually wanted to become the first person to do it twice, but then he had some issues and couldn't do it, so that's when Sir Jack did it, and then this year Glenola did it. That's not what I said. That is not what I said. Oh, you're talking to Oni. Oh, okay. Well, you have to specify. How dare you?
I'm sorry.
I think he wants to know if this is going to be the first time you did not buy a 2K wrestling game.
Probably. Well, actually, no. Take that back. It's not going to be the first time because I never bought 2K17.
You didn't buy 2K20 either, did you?
Or 2K19.
Oh, I thought you didn't buy 20. 2K18 was actually really good.
20 was my comeback.
20 had, you know what? 20 had all kinds of potential, but they just dropped the ball and decided not to fix anything. That could have been a good game.
I didn't have a bad experience with it.
Oh, I did. It crashed all the time. Well, there were a lot of things I liked about it, but
very late.
yeah, so you had less issues, but it was still plagued with issues even with all the patches. But what I liked about it was the big head mode. We used to have Funko Pop matches for Go Home Happy matches back then. It was a lot of fun.
I had 2K16.
Yeah, still plenty of
But
match left.
I don't know why I fell out of interest in wrestling games for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then also our previews of 2K17, like this has the same graphics.
That happened for quite a few years, yeah. It wasn't until 20 that they changed some things. I like the old button format better though. I don't like. It started to change in 20 a little bit, and then in 22 they just completely changed it back to being a button mashing experience, and that's just not my. It's not my mash, if you will.
An easy kick out there. She's still got a lot of stamina left.
There were some really cool things about 2K20 I wish they would bring back.
Yeah, me too. Like the big head mode. I loved it. That was so much fun. Everybody had a blast with that. That too. For instance, the Undertaker's, that, what the hell was it called? Do you remember? It was like the Pits of Hell arena or something. It was, you know, stone everywhere and lava, and like it was cool.
I like the post-apocalyptic one.
Yep, that was cool too.
That whole thing was kind of cool.
Yeah, 20 would have been great. You know what I'd like to play again is No Mercy. And did you guys know there's actually a brand new knockoff of the N64 coming out? And you're going to be able to play all the N64 games on it. Yeah, I just hope it's you know, digital somehow, so that you can for those of us that don't have a PC or whatever, you could still manage to stream it somehow or something. But yeah, it's a knockoff console. It's basically a brand new version of an N64, just not done by Nintendo.
You can play the old game.
Yes, all of them.
Yeah,
and
I think it's like HD now.
Yeah, I was gonna say it does update the games to appear to have better graphics, and they're gonna create new games for it. So it's interesting. N64 was a fantastic system for many reasons. Well, yeah, I mean, GoldenEye would have to come out first and foremost. Gotta have that, but I would definitely get No Mercy. No Mercy was. Yeah, you do. No Mercy was.
Well, I mean, I have it for Xbox, but I also have an N64 with the cartridge.
Nice. Nice. Because, I mean, No Mercy was easily, if not the best, one of the best wrestling games ever made. It was just so good. Did you play WrestleMania 2000?
Yeah, I hear it's pretty much the same game.
It's updated roster, and it gave you the ability to, I believe, create your own championship on it.
No, I do remember going to Matthew's No Mercy tournament one year at MagFest.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know who Matthew is, he's the guy behind Botchamania.
Botchamania.
Who I actually know.
I gotta tell you, I don't know how much you're paying attention, but this Alundra Blaze January match is fucking fire.
Oh, I'm paying attention.
It is fucking absolute straight up fire. I'm so glad I booked this match.
That's totally
well, January needed a tough opponent that's been around the Legends division, has held the title. You know, she's already had a battle, and it's still, I think, who's to say it's over? I mean, apparently it's friendly competition, but Bull Nakano in January, that right there, if we had an award for it, that would be that might be rivalry of the year.
World Butterfly.
January going for the pinfall here. What the fuck was with that slow count? Wow, that was the slowest count ever. Did she try to pay the ref off? Was he trying to save Alundra Blaze there? That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? Did you see how slow that count was?
Oh, I saw it.
Hashtag fire the ref.
Still won.
And she still won. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the matchup, and still, to nobody's surprise, probably, really. I mean, everybody loves Alundra Blaze, but January is the coldest bitch on the planet for a reason. But, and still, your TWA Legends champion, representing Team Infinite Oni, it is January, going home with her gold. That was a brilliant match, though. I really enjoyed that match. I mean, I think all the matches have been great so far, you know, except for the tag team match. We ended up with a count out. So we still have vacant TWA Legends Tag Team Championships, unfortunately. Is what it is. Is what it is. The NWO ended up getting counted out, and TDL won the match via countout. But, unfortunately, a title cannot be awarded and or change hands on a countout. It's either champion's advantage, or in the case of a vacant championship, nobody has an advantage. Nobody goes home with the gold. Just like we still do not have a speed champion due to our draw. With a ring, a belt, and some wrestlers.
Okay,
This is not LLW. I don't talk about behind the curtain stuff all show long. How dare you? Look at that brand new TWA Legends Championship on the shoulder of one of the very best to ever do it. Arguably the best.
Never heard of LLW.
I mean, LLW is like this thing Archer goes on and on about. It's like he's had a dream of a promotion in a far-off universe, and it's craziness. The things he talks about, you know, he talks about some sort of woman El Grande. Like, there's all kinds of strange shit. It's just Archer. He parties too much. He's probably got concussion issues. You can't listen to Archer, but it does exactly right. Jason Ironman's been telling him that for years. Now MJF and Joe Hendry have to deal with this shit. And again, if you've been watching the promos, Archer's been up to some crazy antics lately. Crazy crap going on. MJF and Joe Hendry finding some things out they never thought they'd hear in their lifetime. But again, congratulations to Team Infinite Odie and January, still our TWA Legends champion. Fantastic matchup. Tag team ladder match for the vacant Legends Championship, TDL versus... I mean, I don't know. Why did you redeem something, or are you just wondering who they fight next for those titles? Because I don't know. At this point, I don't know. I mean, NWO would probably like a rematch after that count out, but I mean, a count out loss does not guarantee you a rematch, and there's other teams that would love a shot at those championships.
So is it like the Legends Tag Team Championship?
Yes.
You
In the
men's
men's
version, I'm assuming.
We do not yet, because there's not enough female legends to make up tag teams for. But that will happen.
Well, I can tell you, Winter Swarm is a legendary tag team. So
that will be.
one.
Yeah, but B. Jackson's got Sarah Suzuki in the Legends of it. The League of Nations is in.
January will be Sarah Suzuki's last.
But anyways, we can't have one or two women's tag teams, so we're just going to wait a bit for that. So until that can happen, we are introducing a Legends North American Championship for the women. So they have something else to fight for in the Legends. But Legends tag team titles are definitely a plan in the near future for the women. Either way. All right, here we go. Next match of the day. Speaking of, it is for the new and vacant TWA Legends North American Championship. Victoria taking on Sarah Suzuki from the League of Nations. Looks like B and Julia going to accompany her to the ring. That is our next match of the day. It is a traditional one-on-one matchup. Let's keep the show turning and burning.
Speaking of Julia, I need to download the updated one.
You got to do what?
I got to download the updated Julia Jackson for my stream as well.
You don't have Julia Jackson on...
No, I do. I just need the updated one.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. I've already got the updated version of, well, for TWA anyway. Same with B. Jackson.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I need the updated one as well for mine.
I believe B, in her current form, is unique to TWA at the moment. For now, anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think you see her anywhere else.
No, I don't think so. I do not think so.
Plus, it's B, so she's going to have different versions, different places.
Fair.
Oh yeah, the one I've downloaded is different.
Yeah, that's what we were just saying. Yeah. If you would listen, how dare you? See, we're just gonna every time now when we're live and we're on the broadcast booth, and your mom starts talking to you and telling you what to do, we're gonna start siding. We're gonna side with your mom. We're gonna join in. We're gonna tell you what to do too. We're gonna make sure you listen to your mother when she's telling you to pick up after Buddy. To use a video game as an excuse not to take care of Buddy the Wonder Dog, the TWA mascot. How dare you? Disgustingly ghastly.
Buddy would be easy, but that's the mascot name.
The mascot name. It is. All right, here we go. Sarah Suzuki, Victoria, TWA Legends North American Championship. We're going to crown a first ever champion. Let's go. Speaking of Buddy, I have not heard Buddy all show. Is he sleeping? Did you leave him at the shrine? What type of dog is Buddy again? I forget.
He's a staffy.
Oh, he's a staffy? Okay.
Yeah, staffies are fucking strong, man.
Well, yeah, they are, yeah.
No kidding, man. Really strong. No, but I can't hold
You got to start pumping some iron. You got to get yourself in better shape. That way you can, you know, he's not manhandling you, so to speak. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to face her.
Oh, you will. If he starts good, then you're not going to catch him, man.
Here come the League of Nations. The TWA Underground Tag Team Champions. Julia Jackson. Also accompanying Sarah Suzuki to the ring tonight. Not necessarily great if you're the one challenging Sarah Suzuki. To have all three members of the League of Nations show up to ringside when you're attempting to not just beat Sarah Suzuki, to become a new champion. Can Victoria overcome the odds?
Oh, look, it's another Oni versus Honeybee match.
Oni versus Honeybee.
I've never seen these two people face before.
Never.
Looking at the champion, I guarantee there is no doubt in their mind as to who's leading this match with the title around their waist.
I still think Randy Orton should be the final opponent just because of where they come from, how they come up into the business together. You can also argue Batista, but I doubt you're ever going to see Batista in a ring again.
As an actual pick, I would want Kurt Angle.
You know what? That would be great too. Yep.
That would be the full circle moment.
Which makes her even more of a threat.
Oh yeah, absolutely it would. Yep.
Because it was Kurt Angle who was Cena's first opponent.
Yes, that is correct. Is Kurt Angle on a Legends contract is the question.
I don't know. I don't think Kurt actually also is he's conscious of himself.
Well, he doesn't, he basically said he doesn't want to, because he wants people to remember the Kurt Angle that could actually, you know, go in the ring. He can't necessarily perform the same way now, right? For multiple reasons, so I don't blame him.
Yeah.
And good for him for sticking to his guns. However, I would still like to see Kurt Angle more involved with the business as far as maybe helping with match booking, maybe training some of the newer generation. Yeah.
No offense to Baron.
Another slow count by the referee. Not even a 1 count there, as Victoria attempted a pinfall on Sarah Suzuki.
Just brutalizing their opponent. Oh, soon we could be seeing a submission here.
We should Google
Digging deep to break out of this.
and look for the worst wrestling greats list of all time and see what they come up with. Just for fun. What do you think we...
Wrestling greats list of all time?
Yeah, just to see what we would come up with.
Well, we found one of them.
Yeah, we did. Oh, fuck.
That women's
Oh,
list.
boy. Let's not even get Luke started on that.
Ah, fucking don't. I know, see, those fucking clowns.
Because apparently, Luke, not a fan of the idea that Nikki Bella might be better than Mickie James. I mean, I am not going to... Wow!
Nikki Bella being better than Bull McConnell.
What a DDT by Sarah Suzuki. Who's not going to wear?
Total disrespect. I don't think there was anything necessary about
You don't know. What do you mean you don't know? Fucking hell, what's wrong with you? Oh, I don't know. I went off on a tangent. I don't remember what the fuck we're talking. You don't ever listen to me. Why should I listen to you? How dare you? How fucking dare you expect me to listen to every last word you... You won't listen to Oni. You will not listen to Moonraider. You will not listen to me. Hell, you don't even listen to your mom. So, fucking hell, sir. He does not even listen to himself, though. I agree. I feel like he'd be rebellious against his own words.
brought back into the ring from the floor now.
How dare you, Luke?
Would he even listen to Mickey James?
Also would. Have you done?
Of course I would, he says. What if... Well, okay, let's play with that theory. Let's play with that theory. So what if Mickey wanted to see you get naked in a shower with Nick Aldis? Well, I mean, you just said you would. Of course, I would listen to what Mickey James said, but what if Mickey wants you to get naked in the shower with Nick Aldis for her own amusement? Would you entertain that? Is that something you'd entertain for Mickey? Or would you have to tell Mickey, no ma'am, I can't do that? Would you disappoint her?
I can't get naked with a guy in
Would you turn her down, or would you pleasure her mind?
I thought you were thinking like getting naked with
something big here.
I mean, that'd be far too simple. Why would I do that? Plus, I couldn't burn poor Infinite Oni's ears with the thought of Nick Aldis and Luke. I mean, his ears are bleeding now. That's why he's silent. He's trying to repair his eardrums. Well, I didn't picture you naked. I just said, well, what if Mickey James wanted that? Nobody wants to picture Luke naked. We don't even want to know what you do at the shrine. We just, you know, have theories. That's true. That is true. And he's a hell of a wrestler. I really hope we get to see him wrestle again before he, you know, hangs him up for good. Because he's not that old. He could still he's still perfectly capable of doing it. You fucking hate that guy. That's why. Is that why you try to convince Mickey to commit adultery on poor Nick? How dare you? It's ghastly, committing sins. Called me fat. Called me fat, he did. I feel like Moon Raider's laughing while he's got his headset on mute. How dare you, Moon?
I'm on mute.
About as close as it could get without it all being over for her. Was not able to seal the deal with her best move. Now she's asking.
We had a near fall there. Whose logo?
My logo.
Oh, you probably won't see anybody's logo.
I thought you said you posted my logo.
No, not for this show. Different show.
Oh.
I told you I wouldn't tell you what show. But it is an upcoming show. A 4th annual show. It is. It is. I will not. And there you have it. I spoiled nothing. How dare you? You stinky cuntfish, you. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match by submission, and your new and first ever TWA Legends North American Champion representing the League of Nations, and of course Team Honeybee Wrestling, it is Sarah Suzuki going home with the new gold. Some more gold for the League of Nations.
I wonder.
Sarah is now a double champion again.
Is Sarah related to Kenzo?
I thought you know what's funny about that is I never even crossed my mind that you'd be talking about.
Remember Kenzo Suzuki?
No, I do actually. I liked Kenzo Suzuki. It kind of ticked me off that did him the way he did. But anyways, I actually was wondering if you're going to go with David Suzuki there for a while.
I don't know who David is.
You don't know who David Suzuki is?
No.
What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I don't watch all wrestling.
I know he's got nothing. Actually, he has zero to do with wrestling at all. Yeah, you'll have to look it up. And there it is, the brand new TWA Legends North American Championship. now held by Sarah Suzuki. She is the inaugural champion, and she is now once again a double champion, as she is one half of the TWA Underground World Tag Team Champions with B. Jackson. Julia, the only one without a championship at the moment, actually. The League of Nations. Julia has actually had a bit of a rough year. I'm wondering if it stems back from her altercation with B. Jackson. There's so much going on upstairs, hard to focus anywhere else, really, when you got things like that going on. Things of that nature. Family business as well as professional business, all looped together. But again, congratulations to Honeybee Wrestling. A big win for Sarah Suzuki. She is the new and first ever TWA Legends North American Champion. Moving on. Here we go. This was actually supposed to be matchup number 2 of the day, but we still got there. TLC triple tag team matchup. It is the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, and Edge and Christian. Gonna give us one more thrill ride in a triple threat TLC matchup. That is next. There is no titles on the line here. Again, why it was supposed to be the matchup, the second matchup of the day. 2K had other plans. The TWA God did not care what I thought of the event card. Did not care of my order of operations. Rude.
Here's what I would do if I were you. Book your cards backwards so it gets it right.
It's not even backwards. It's just raw. Like, it's inside out and backwards. Quite literally. I mean, Hogan Orndorff was our first match in the betting rounds, for instance. It was amongst the final 3 matches. It was supposed to be Hogan Orndorff, January and Alundra Blaze, and then the main event. The only one that stuck was the main event. The rest of them all changed their orders. And again, it was weird.
I hate that, man.
Well, usually you got to shut the game off or shut your system off for that to happen. It didn't. All I did was go and adjust something somewhere else, and came back, still in the game, haven't left it yet, and it still screwed my order over. What pisses me off is
we're still enjoying the show.
oh, it's a fantastic show. Yeah, there's no complaints as far as that goes. It's been a great show. Great way to introduce Legends Night. I can't complain whatsoever. But I just hate that. You know, I do things in a certain specific manner for a reason. And what makes me mad is they actually fixed this problem early in 2K25, and then with updates thereafter, it just backtracked right back to not working and saving your cards again. So it's like, fuck.
This is why I do things the way I do them.
Yeah, well, from now on, I'm just going to set the card up 15 minutes or so before we go live, and I don't have to worry about it, because it's just it's annoying. Not annoying in the fact that I can't enjoy the show. It's been a fantastic show. We've had a lot of fun, and very cool to see all these legends go into battle too. You know, it's different, it's nice, it's fresh, so it's been a lot of fun.
You're welcome.
All credit goes to Infinitoni. It was his idea. It was his idea that he planted the seed. But here we go.
Everyone on this match card has earned the right to be a legend on the show.
Exactly. It's been. We still got some matches to come, including the main event for the TWA Legends Championship. Christian Hart will, of course, be putting his championship on the line. But here we go. Non-title matchup. It is a triple threat tag team matchup. TLC. Edge and Christian, the Hardy Boys, and the Dudley Boys. Going to battle. Let's go. Still one of the best matches ever, I think, was their TLC matchup.
Look who it is.
Here we go. Here comes the Hardy Boys. Former multiple-time tag team champions in many promotions are the Hardy Boys.
The following is a triple threat tag team tables, ladders, and chairs match.
I would have to say that the winner of this matchup will probably be the #1 contenders for the TWA Legends Tag Team Championship.
The tension building for this
So
match
I
is
guess,
so
Mufasa,
thick,
that
you can
might
cut it with
answer
a
your
knife.
question.
A lot
The
of
winner
drama
of this
involved with
matchup
this one.
could face TDL. They won by countout, but they still won in the inaugural matchup for the division, so it only makes sense if TDL end up facing the winners of this matchup, I think. That would, of course, happen next week on Legends Night. The only championship that is crossed brand is the Battle Royal Championship, but we did decide to have the inaugural matchup here at Legends Night. Pay homage to Andre the Giant with some of the greatest legends we have available to compete for the prize. And it was a great match. Team Soul Embers and Sid Justice, of course, became the very first ever and new TWA Andre the Giant Battle Royal Champion. We got wood. I mean, that could be taken many ways, especially during the Attitude Era.
Yeah, it's not like the easy streets of Virginia. Bubba, Diva, such incredible communication and continuity.
That's true. That's true, but you're right. It sounds ghastly. Now you've got Luke's ears bleeding. He's not used to listening to stuff like that. Luke still watches Blue's Clues and Paw Patrol. He doesn't know too much of. Yeah. Don't tell me you don't know what Blue's Clues is.
I've seen way too many episodes of Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol was actually a pretty good show. I give credit where credit is due there, but a lot of new kids shows are absolutely stupid.
When I was over in Illinois, I was watching a lot of it when I was babysitting.
The WWE Universe on their feet.
Thankfully, I forgot.
Here comes Edge and Christian. Rivalry renewed here at TWA Legends Night.
And guys, this looks to be a match with major implications here in WWE. Could change the entire landscape here.
Well, to be fair, if I had the ability, other than namesake, I would have recreated the Brood. The Brood, I mean, that there's, you know what, they dropped the ball huge with the Brood. The Brood were good. They just were short-lived, and they should not have been at all. Like, if you were to bring, honestly, I think if you were even to bring the Brood into today's generation, that gimmick still works. I mean, people are still fascinated with the supernatural. We know this Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, I mean, the Finn Balor, Demon Balor, you know what I mean? So it could still work. But the Brood was entertaining. They were exciting. And Gangrel, I think, at one point or another, probably should have been a champion of some sort himself.
Why did they change it to Martin Jeff?
What are they doing here? All the way out.
What do you mean? Well, they didn't. The Brood just disappeared. It just, you know, they went on their own separate paths, other than when Edge and Christian, of course, teamed up, either as Edge and Christian or the Conquistadors. Of course, we have no proof that the Conquistadors...
Four members of this match are former Broodmen.
Yeah, but I don't think really many people saw it that way. Once they dropped the ball with the Brood...
You remember the new Brood, don't you?
Yeah, I do, yeah. That's what I mean. I don't think many people really consider that when you're talking about the Brood. Other than it being...
I'm not giving opinions, but it happened.
I was just going to say, other than it being historical fact, I don't think anybody really put much... I don't think anybody really invested in that. The way they were invested in.
I really remember the older
That's Christian, but they might just
Rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind
Yeah, no, I know. They were the new Brood. But nobody invested in that the same way they did the Brood, though. So.
But a lot of things changed.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, here's a perfect example. It was known from the start that as far as persona-wise, Edge and Christian were brothers.
Look at this. Nobody's paying attention to Bubba Ray here. Bubba Ray looking to pull down that contract case. Oh! Jeff tosses Edge right into the ladder. Down comes Bubba Ray. I thought Bubba Ray was taking it home right there. I thought the Dudley Boys. Yeah. I was pretty sure Dudleys were becoming #1 contenders right there. You still winning it? You still winning at Dice? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
It was acknowledged that Edge and Christian were brothers, and then
They actually aren't, but
I know they're not.
Yeah,
but in storyline, they are. Then they just kind of forgot about it, apparently.
I mean, for a while after that, they even suggested they were cousins, but they were just best friends growing up.
I am well alert. I mean, I would believe it though if they were.
There's probably people that still believe Kane and Undertaker are brothers.
I know storyline-wise that's the case.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
well, I know they're not.
I gotta tell you, these guys are delivering. Great TLC matchup so far. I still thought Bubba Ray was gonna win that. I thought he was gonna take it home early, but that did not happen. Edge ate the ladder. Bubba Ray ate the floor. Yeah, gotta thank you for planting the seed, Oni, for TWA Legends Night, because this has been a lot of fun. Again, you do, which, you know, is why you're always such a great member of the community. You share your ideas, you offer them. If you don't use them yourself, hey, why don't you use this idea? And it's not just Legends Night, it was him that planted the seed of creating the first ever TWA Ladies Night as well, so, which we should be having another one of those shortly, I think.
And yes, it's come up with my own promotion.
Your own promotion? Oh! Did he just 3D him by himself?
But the final prize is still dangling above the ring. What do you say? I mean, this is amazing.
Bubba Ray planting Christian's spine first on that unforgiving floor. I mean, it is Saturday. Of course there is hockey on. You silly Sally. You silly Sally. You're still so new to hockey, you don't realize Saturday is likely the biggest hockey night of the week. It is indeed. So, let's see. Let's see what games are playing tonight. Right now, the Lightning, Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Florida Panthers are tied at 1 apiece with 7:55 left of the second period. So that is Florida versus Florida. You got the Anaheim Ducks, or are they the California Ducks now? I forget. Against the Minnesota Wild. Minnesota Wild used to be the Minnesota North Stars, but then Minnesota North Stars moved to Dallas and became the Dallas Stars, and then Minnesota got a team back. Because instead of giving Canadian teams to Canada, he keeps throwing teams back in places that fail at the sport. We've talked about that before. So yeah, it's 0-0, first period, 7:37 left of the first period there. Starting at 7 p.m. tonight, we got the Boston Bruins versus the Montreal Canadiens. By the way, the Montreal Canadiens are actually doing very well this season. Which, to my dismay, they're not my favorite Canadian team. Unless they're in the playoffs, if a Canadian team makes the playoffs, I'll cheer for them. You know, it's nice to see them there. But, you know, let's say Toronto's in the playoffs, and so is another Canadian team, the other team can just lose. They can just go away. It's all about Toronto at that point. It's all Toronto at that point. You also got the New York Rangers. New York Rangers are taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. Edmonton Oilers at the Carolina Hurricanes. Jersey Devils and the Washington Capitals. LA Kings versus the Ottawa Senators. Buffalo Sabres versus the Detroit Red Wings. New York has a lot of teams, eh? Even the tri-state area if you include New Jersey. But you got the New York Islanders, the New York Rangers, the New Jersey Devils. Buffalo is also in New York, so they got the Buffalo Sabres. New York has 3 fucking teams. Canada has, what, 7 total? Motherfuckers. Anyways, the Toronto Maple Leafs are taking on the Chicago Blackhawks. And then starting at 8 o'clock, Las Vegas Golden Knights against the St. Louis Blues. Philadelphia Flyers versus the Dallas Stars. Starting at 10 p.m. tonight, we got the San Jose Sharks and the Seattle Kraken. Seattle gets a fucking team before Canada. Again, you know what I mean? Like, see what I'm saying here? Like, how does that happen exactly? Why? I don't they got a good sport market there. I can understand that. But yeah, you're right. Probably not a lot of people would ever think of putting a hockey team in Seattle. But again, it keeps it out of Canada. So Batman's like, we'll give them a go. Plus, they got the money. I mean, it's a lot of money to get it. I mean, it's upwards of $2 billion now. They want you to have $2 billion to own a franchise now. It's fucking crazy. Winnipeg Jets and the Calgary Flames are the last game today at 10. And then there's more games tomorrow. More games tomorrow. Detroit plays again tomorrow. They play the Rangers tomorrow, Luke. Yeah. Well, the Rangers play tonight, too. Yeah. Rangers are playing the Blue Jackets. Tomorrow, the Nashville Predators are facing the Pittsburgh Penguins. Vancouver Canucks and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Tampa Bay plays tonight, too. Golden Knights versus the Wild. Both of those guys have games. So neither one coming in at 100% there. New York Islanders and the Avalanche. So yeah, it's a good weekend of hockey, and then there's more games on Monday night. Yeah, fucking international. That's the second international break. Talk about interrupting any momentum that any team has during the season to have not just one but 2 international breaks, and send players from the Premier League to other teams where they could potentially become injured and not be able to perform for their fucking team in the Premier League. It's like hockey does the same thing with fucking All-Star Week. It interrupts the whole fucking season so that we can watch a hyped up version of a hockey game that's usually always boring. The only thing good about All-Star Week is the All-Star, like, they do skills competitions, so you get to see the fastest slap shot or the hardest slap shot, the fastest skater, stuff like that. And so that's entertaining, but other than that, All-Star Week sucks, and it's just an interruption in the fucking middle of the hockey season that breaks any momentum any team has at the time. Or potentially, anyways. Doesn't necessarily, but you know what I mean. Yeah. I see Arsenal, though. Team Arsenal still sitting in the top of the league, though, for Premier League this year. Right? They've played 11 out of 38 games, and they're 8. I'm sitting at 8 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. Only 5 goals against all season so far. You got teams that have let in... Oh, look at that. I missed the fucking winner. Looking at a football list. That sounds like the... I was going to say. It sounds like Edge and Christian picked up the W.
And didn't they win the real one?
Yeah.
They did, yeah. That's kind of funny, actually. Oh, nice power bomb by Bubba, or not Bubba Ray, by Devon. We're just watching some of the replays here. That was a really good TLC matchup.
Yeah.
Really good, especially considering, yeah, in the end, that's why I missed the final result. I missed the last probably minute and a half, actually. Edge takes down the contract case. But, as Oni said, that is it. That is all. The winners of the match and your new #1 contenders to the TWA Legends Tag Team Championship. They will face TDL on the next episode of Legends Night. It is Edge and Christian going home with the case. Big win over the Dudley Boys and the Hardy Boys in a rivalry renewed and a repeat of what was then and what was now a fantastic TLC triple tag team matchup. I don't think anybody has... Does anybody have any claims over any of these guys? I don't think so.
Actually, I do.
Who do you have? Do you have the Dudley Boys?
Yeah, third team ECW.
Oh, right. Yeah. We still got to put that together, too. I see. You got to remind me. Send me a DM about that. About building the ECW faction. That's going to be fun. Especially, you know, you got Rocky Cross and Death Authority, North, South, East, and West. I mean, they need a rivalry faction. Someone other than the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack has been claiming too much glory over the years. You know?
Please don't put me against Rocky.
Yeah, RVD versus Rocky Cross. No. No, it wouldn't be RVD.
Women in the match. Like it.
That's right. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is the debut of the TWA Global Legends Championship. Mickie James versus Trish Stratus to decide the inaugural champion of this new championship belt.
Wow,
Let's get things rocking and rolling. Who do you guys think is going to pick up the W, Mickie James or Trish Stratus? Do you have a favorite? Who do you think is the better wrestler?
If I say Trish Stratus, Gooner's just going to go
He's going to lose his shit.
But then again, he's a Trish Stratus fan, too.
He is.
I'm not going to
But
get
he's more loyal to Mickie James.
I'm not going to get too upset, but I wouldn't say I'd be exactly happy. Well,
You wouldn't exactly be happy about it?
I understand why if you like Trish Stratus, I understand. I get it.
Oh, Mufasa. Excited about the official match. TDL versus Edge and Christian for the TWA Legends Tag Team Championship.
Well, here's the thing. I am a Trish Stratus fan as well, but Mickie James is my #1.
Mickie James is your #1.
Michelle McCool's better. I'm kidding.
Hey, at least he didn't say Nikki fucking Bella. At least he didn't say Nikki Bella.
I mean,
that list, I still to this day cannot understand.
They had Michelle McCool bottom of the list. She's not that bad.
No, not at all. Not at all, no. There's other people.
She ain't the best, but she's not that bad.
Did anybody find a list that's like the worst greats list of all time?
I didn't look.
Nobody looked? Okay. All right, well, let's get the show back on the go and turn and burn, because this is going to be a fantastic bout between Mickie James and Trish Stratus for the TWA Global Legends Championship.
I mean, Michelle
Let's go.
was actually good. Nikki Bella can't wrestle, but
Yeah. I think Nikki Bella is way better looking. I'm kidding.
Nikki Bella.
I wouldn't even say that. No,
They had her listed.
I'm not attracted to her.
They had her listed as being better than so many people. It's like, what in the blue hell are you guys on?
What the fuck are you talking about?
I mean, they may as well go ahead and put Stacy Keibler up there with them. I mean, I like Stacy Keibler, but she was never that good, and she's always named on greats. I mean, Tori got better over time, but no, she was. I wouldn't.
Tori got better, but what did she do to the Hall of Fame?
I don't even think
Kelly was better.
Yeah, I do agree.
I really like Tara Wilson.
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I actually think I think even Nikki Bella was better than Tori Wilson, not gonna lie. She wasn't very good.
Well, as a wrestler, yeah.
Yeah. Sad to say.
I
almost want to rinse my mouth out. I feel like I just violated my own mouth saying that.
I like Stacey.
No, she was not. She was just... I mean, she was okay. Not really. She was alright.
Pretty much was on the same level as Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
She was just the eye candy. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, pretty much.
She still would be if those fans
Pretty
properly
much.
thanked her.
That's what
Trish has won a
they
lot
contributed.
of matches and
Yep. No, you're not wrong. And somebody for Jerry the King Lawler to make puns at and shit, you know?
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of matches, but could
The
Sunny
puppies.
wrestle? Or was she
Sunny?
always a manager?
No, Sonny couldn't really wrestle well either.
Tori used to be really, really good. Look at her now. Oh, God.
Sunny was actually more of a manager than a...
Yeah, and she was a manager. She was actually a good manager, too, to be honest, and to be perfectly fair. And she was able to take bumps in the ring. She wasn't the worst in the ring that I'd ever seen, but she wasn't great either. But she was definitely a friggin' awesome manager, and, of course, again, she was eye candy for the era, so...
What about Deborah?
Deborah actually could wrestle. She was, yeah. She could actually wrestle. It depends who you're comparing her to. She's better than a lot of people, not better than some, right? So it's... But in the company of who we've been talking about recently, Deborah is the better of those people for sure. Deborah is better than Stacy and Tori and Sunny. No.
I do like them though. I do like them.
Oh yeah, they were good characters, you know.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from them. They just weren't good wrestlers.
Tori was a good character.
But at least Tori tried though. You know, and she did get
better.
She did try to get better at least, yeah. So I did like that. Where Sunny and Sable, they didn't. Most of the time, Sable or Sunny or people like that is like a botch fest. Just people didn't call it out back then, right? It's just what would happen, but holy diving elbow from the top turnbuckle by Trish Stratus.
There was no internet as well, so nobody could like go back into the match. You'd see it online. There's no internet with this.
Yeah.
Returning back to the ring.
Well
scouted by Stratus.
We plan to crown a brand new TWA Speed Champion tomorrow on TWA Underground as well. We have yet to be able to do that because of the outcome of the last matchup. I know! First matchup. And the way both of those guys were going, we were going to get a winner, but the double count had happened. They just took it all outside the ring and left it there. Unfortunately. And what was funny is the announcer actually said, and new Speed Champion. Well, actually, it doesn't say Speed Champion. I believe it says Wrestling Alliance Rapid Action Champion or something. I didn't have the ability to call it the Speed Championship, obviously. But either way, we were unable to crown a new Speed Champion, so we're going to attempt to do so again tomorrow.
I wonder if they're going to put that next guy's there.
Hey, for the top rope, we'll give her something big here.
Yeah.
And things aren't about to get any better. Up high.
They certainly don't need a whole show based around it, but a division is fine with me. I mean, I kind of do because it's kind of exciting because it's almost like a television championship. You know, they're faster matches than everybody else. And if you watch Speed Championships, they're giving it their all, man. They got to keep pace. It has to be a fast match. They have to be able to do a lot of what they would do in a normal matchup, all in a short. Yeah, exactly. But that's not really a big problem these days, though, man. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of talent, and they could start bringing people from AAA up for the speed division if they really wanted to, stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of possibilities. Like, again, speed division to me is a lot like a television division. It's exciting. You're going to see new champions quite frequently. You're going to see fast matchups, and you're going to, most importantly, you're going to see it defended weekly, probably. So
she gets put in the corner.
Mickie James to me is always
well, she is a better wrestler than Trish.
Yeah,
Trish is still. Trish is a very good. Like, let's not to make any mistake about it. Wow, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match and your new and inaugural TWA Global Legends Champion.
It's the only time I don't want Trish to win.
It is Trish Stratus. Did we ever find out if Joe still had management claim over Trish Stratus? I forget. Is Trish Stratus working with Joe Lenk? I feel like I still feel like she is. We talked about this last show too, I think. Whether or not he still had Trish Stratus.
I'll have to ask him.
I think it depends on the redeem.
Yeah, I can't remember what his redeem was now.
If it was season pass, or if he did.
And it would be pretty far back now, so we would have to do a lot of scrolling to find it. Is the issue there. But either way, Trish Stratus, the brand new TWA Global Legends champion, defeating Mickie James in a straight up one-on-one matchup.
The only time I won't ever root for, this is the only time I won't ever root for Trish, guys.
The one and only time. Yeah. I always forget you're also a Trish Stratus fan. How can you not be? That's what I was going to say. Make no mistake. That's what I was saying. Make no mistake. That's what I was saying. Make no mistake about it. Trish Stratus is a very good wrestler, and she's very great on that microphone. She's great at selling matches and moves and telling a story in that ring. There's a reason why she's one of the greatest of all time. As far as wrestling goes, Mickie James is a better wrestler than Trish Stratus. I don't know if that's hard to argue because Mickie is very, very good in the ring. Yeah. She's very versatile in there. She's very athletic.
Well,
she's fast. She's
my friend Adam
technically very good. She's technically very good.
My friend Adam thinks that they're both the same as each other. Like, he thinks that they're both like equal to each other.
Yeah.
That's what he thinks.
All right, here we go. Main event of the day. It is for the TWA Legends Championship. It is Stone Cold Steve Austin looking to dethrone the Iceman, Christian Hart from Team Christian Cool. These guys have had battles before. As a matter of fact, I believe they have had 4 battles, and it is even Steven, 2 matches apiece for these two gentlemen. It's been a hot minute since they've been in a ring together. It's been another hot minute since they've been fighting over a title together, because we're going back a good 3 years. But another rivalry renewed. Stone Cold versus the Iceman for the TWA Legends Championship is our main event of our first ever TWA Legends Night. It should be a fantastic matchup. What do you guys think? Are we going to see a new Legends Champion finally, or is the Iceman going to do what he does best and retain that Legends Championship? What do you guys think? What's your thoughts there? It's a tough one. Again, these guys...
Is it going to be the Iceman or Stone Cold?
Exactly. Which one? Who's it going to be? Pick a side, take a stand.
I would say the coldest bitch on the planet, but she's not in the match.
She is not. She is not. Neither is Matthew Ultraviolet.
He has nothing to do with it.
He has nothing to do with anything but telling people what to do. That's what he does.
When did they start allowing rattlesnakes in the
I was
Hall of
going
Fame?
with a theme and you ruined it.
Ruined it. Shattered it.
Ruined it.
Steve Austin,
Destroyed.
not a superstar. You want to get on the wrong
The
side
whole
of.
ice theme, but
Austin is nothing but wrong sides.
There's a reason why his motto is DTA. Don't trust anybody.
I mean, you might say Ultraviolet has an icy stare. Does that count?
I guess.
We'll try and save the moment. Yeah, we'll try and save the moment here. I mean, depending on what he's wearing, he looks like he could be a fucking mortician. I'm not gonna lie, Matthew Ultraviolent's a little scary, intimidating when you first see him. If you don't know him, yeah, it's creepy. It's like, all right, you got something in common with the Undertaker that we don't know about.
How's he remind me of the Undertaker?
Well, a mortician and a dead man have a lot in common.
Mr. Two Titles
Not a mortician.
has arrived.
I know he's not a mortician. You didn't listen either. I said he looks like a mortician, depending on what he's wearing.
That's a lot of weight to carry both physically and mentally. The target on his back is
I can't hear what you're saying. You were muffled. I couldn't really make it.
Long ass purple hair.
He does.
Purple contacts.
Purple, associated with death.
It's also associated with royalty.
This is true. As is blue, of course. Red, usually.
And of course, he's also a big Prince fan.
Big Prince fan, really?
Yeah.
I can't say I don't like Prince myself.
Ultraviolet is obsessed with the 1980s.
Obsessed with the 1980s. Well, I mean, that's not a bad era to be obsessed with. A lot of great things came out of the 80s.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
You were one of them. Wow, you went there. How dare you pay homage to yourself. Toot your own horn, if you will.
Yeah, just channeling my inner Ultraviolet.
That's something I would have expected out of Granola. Or Rocky Cross.
Yeah, well.
Every dog has their day. Stone Cold versus the Iceman. I mean, I think it would be funny if Stone Cold won, just because, you know, the reaction from Christian Cool would be interesting. At the same time, the season he's having, I fully expect the Iceman to pull this one out, I think. I'm going to say by submission.
The challenger not taking their eyes off the championship.
What do you think, Luke? Stone Cold or Christian Hart?
Right back at the opposition.
Hard to go against Christian, to be honest.
I really not sure, to be honest.
Especially this season.
Difficult.
I know.
I'm going to go 15 and 50 that.
Moon, what about you?
The only heart that's not from Canada.
The only one. The only American born of the Hart family.
He's not giving up that easy.
Rivalry renewed either way for Stone Cold and Christian Hart.
Series of strikes to the back.
Of course, Steve Austin won 2 of his matches by pinfall. Christian Hart won 1 by pinfall and 1 by submission. Crossface chicken wing. Or no, wait. Sorry. They got out of the crossface chicken wing. He slapped them in a sharpshooter and won that way.
Showing strength here, driving them into the ropes.
That match was a few years ago now.
Guys, will you throw a heart up?
It is weird, yeah.
That's cool.
Getting out and slapping on the wrist line.
Family lineage takes you anywhere.
Goes for the arm drag.
Oni is actually 17th in succession line to become king of some random place in South Africa. And Oni, before you ask, I don't know why I said South Africa. I figured you'd just roll with it. South Africa.
The more violent and overwhelming he can be, the better his chances of winning. Stone Cold with his trademark offense.
These
Austin's
rooms.
intensity is running high right now. No signs of either combatant backing down.
Oh, these guys are trading some blows here.
The competitor is backing down. A
Personally, I don't know. Christian Hart's a tough dude, but I don't know if I want to go toe-to-toe with Steve Austin.
You can feel the contact, and so does the WWE Universe.
Do what you're best at. Take him down, grind him out. You're picking a fight with a brawler. It's a little crazy.
Looks like we know who won that exchange.
He's got a lot of heart.
Take the win right out of
Indeed.
Taking things to the outside, but gotta make sure to heed the officials' count.
And in his case, an American Heart.
And this match is all Austin now.
The kick connects.
Smart, attacking the arm.
The champ looks dead on their feet.
But I highly doubt anybody's going to throw in the towel, though.
Yeah,
Referee's got a slow count going on here. He
He
does.
wants to win this.
Stiff elbow.
He needs to keep it extremely cool. Otherwise, Stone Cold will drop him like a rock. Oh! Damn. Nice pile driver. Steve Austin, of course, with a history of neck problems.
You saw that being telegraphed. Big time close.
It's always a little worrisome when you see people like that getting dropped on their necks later on.
Otherwise, this match
That was a devastating, although it doesn't seem to have had any effects. Christian Hurt just barely getting up. Steve Austin's in the ring. So whatever, I guess, but it just looked devastating. It was a good pile driver. It did not look like it felt too good.
before the 2 count.
Kicking out there really has to make his opponent question his game plan.
Austin getting his revenge for those power drivers and stuff into his neck.
Well, except for he had one delivered to him.
Downright savage club.
Kick to the midsection. Setting them up.
Ooh, Canadian Destroyer.
And there it is. The title's not going anywhere tonight.
There's 2.
I was going to say, I don't think he's ever won off of a Canadian Destroyer. That'd be interesting.
Now might be a good time to regroup. Rethink your
First time for everything, I suppose, but that would have been weird.
To end this. And he's leaving the ring for the moment.
Oh, takes the feet right from underneath him.
All these counters, it's like they're in each other's minds.
He's headed up high.
Well, he's got a count on, but his counts have been slow.
Trying to do as much damage as humanly possible.
As much fun as it is to watch them beat the hell out of each other outside the ring, we want them to be in the ring.
Back into the ring.
We do not need another count out.
A narrow escape.
That is not something we want to happen. Oh, Stone Cold Stunner. That might be it.
Might have what it takes to win this.
No, sir, 2 count only.
What a display of
The champ is still in it to win it, or in his case, retain it.
But things might only get harder from here.
And Austin
Oh, that rake in the eyes. The referee can't see it.
match in hand, but it will continue.
Ghastly cheating tactics by Stone Cold Steve Austin.
For something here. Lands
Snake eyes.
fights back against Stone Cold.
Nice crossbody. Christian Hart pulling out some desperation moves here tonight. Oh, here comes a sharpshooter.
Locked in. Here we go, guys.
He didn't even go for a crossface chickling. He's going right for a... And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match by way of submission.
These guys feel no longer
And
each other.
still
Here's
the
another look.
TWA Legends Champion representing Team Christian Cool and the Hart Foundation. It is the Iceman, Christian Hart, picking up the big W in our main event of our first ever TWA Legends Night. Man, what a show. That was so much fun to watch all those legends go to battle and see them win some championships. And imagine, we got so many possibilities of things we can do next. Except for in one particular case, the show is officially over, yeah. That
The Legends TWA. That's the
means you win? Oh, at Dice, yeah. And of course, Rocky Cross won at Blackjack, but I don't think anybody got the lotto, to my knowledge.
No.
No.
I was trying to match Blackjack.
Were you? Yeah.
So
I don't know how he does it. 2 things he always does, usually. Gets a 99 when going for the World Championship worthiness. and gets a 21 in blackjack almost every time he plays. It's crazy. I don't know how he does it. But congratulations to Team Christian Cool. I'll make sure, of course, I fire this VOD off to him. He's going to be excited to watch that. Another huge win for Christian Hart against Stone Cold Steve Austin. He is now up 3 matches to 2 in their rivaled history.
Well, I know where the dice are going, but I don't know which type.
Okay. Well, you can let me know when you know. The only match we... It's going to be what?
It's going to be Lola Vice for sure. I just don't know which championship.
You don't know which championship? You could try the Speed Championship.
Something better than that.
How rude. What about, well, it's TWA Underground. So I guess either the Submission Championship. Well, that's really the only one, unless you're going to redeem a world title match.
For a big card title.
Yeah, it is. But that's what I mean. There's no way, that's what I was going to say, unless you redeem a world title match for Lola Vice, it'd have to be the pure Submission Championship.
United States title or something? Or?
Well, there is no United States title.
That's right. So.
Yeah. WCW rode off into the sunset.
Well, what's TWA's
It did.
big card title?
Well, there's the TWA Television Championship. There's the Underground Pure Submission Championship. And then for Legends Night, I guess it'd be the Global and the North American, I suppose.
Yes, the television title then.
You want to challenge for the Television Championship?
Yep.
And do you want to do that on Genesis, or do you want that on... Because, I mean, the Television Championship can go on either show. It's a mid-card title, but it's really the only one we take cross-brand most of the time. Because it's a Television Championship, it can be defended weekly. But
Do it on Genesis.
do it on Genesis? Okay. Yeah. I thought you might say that. I was just giving you the option. We know next Legends Night we're going to see TDL face off against Edge and Christian for the still vacant, unfortunately, after tonight's countout, TWA Legends Tag Team Championship. So that is one matchup you can look forward to for next week's TWA Legends Night. As far as the rest of the card, we're just going to have to see what happens, what ends up happening backstage, what Johnny the Ace Steamboat, Matthew Ultraviolet, and others in upper management have to say about next week's Legends Night. Anything can and will happen. Either way, you can be guaranteed it's going to be a lot of fun. Because that was a lot of fun. Again, it was so much fun to see all those legends, Hulk Hogan and Tito Santana, Junkyard Dog, everybody go to battle tonight over vacant Legends Championships. And it's going to be a lot of fun. There's so many possibilities of great matches we can have. We saw... the Dudleys, the Hardy Boys, and of course Edge and Christian renew their rivalry in a TLC matchup, which was fantastic. So I mean, in the future you could see other things, of that magnitude and to that level.
Did we not see Jesse the Boys Ventura's first ever appearance?
Yeah.
His outfit, you mean, or his appearance in general?
His appearance in TWA, or has he made appearance before?
No, he's made appearance before, yeah.
Oh.
Yep. I can't remember what season it was, offhand. But yeah.
I guess he's now older as well.
I can't remember if I did that or if he was in the game at the time for some reason. Depending on which season.
I don't think I've ever seen him in the game before.
Then he must have been an acquired wrestler then, yeah. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all for episode number 673. Sorry, Joe Link. I know you were that much closer to finishing off the match recaps and highlights. He's almost completed with episode 671. And he probably thought he was going to get it done. But, sorry, Joe, 673. And, by the way, Joe, and I know you're going to be listening to this, so 674 is tomorrow, right? TWA Underground. We got a lot going on. We got Braun Breaker versus Elijah Archer for the Underground World Championship. You got TDL versus the Coalition, being MJF and Joe Hendry teaming up. There's going to be a lot going down at TWA Underground. including a speed championship matchup. We're going to try and crown, once again, a brand new and inaugural TWA speed champion. Lots going down. We're probably going to see the one champions defend their titles. Of course, we had polls, which is the only other way to get a matchup. Other than becoming one championship worthy, which you can only do on Twitch. Only do on Twitch, not Wrestle Wars Genesis or a stream preview. Either of those, really. Both. They both work out. But there's going to be a lot going on tomorrow. A lot going on. So you got Nikita Davis. Big Farmer Jackson, not Nikita Davis. Challenging Melissa Archer for the TWA 1 Championship. And who is it that's going to be facing Shade? I forget. It is JoJo Davis from Death Authority South that'll be challenging Shade for the TWA 1 Championship. Also, tomorrow on TWA Underground. So there's going to be a lot going on. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be exciting times as always. TWA Underground always brings a different flavor, doesn't it? It brings a different feel from the other shows. That's what I love about it. I really like TWA Underground. There's been a lot of great matches.
It's like with Marmot, that's sort of like TNA. Different feel.
Yeah, it's just a different feel. A lot of great matches so far on Underground this season. So, yeah, it's been awesome. And, of course, Christian Hart is still the pure submission champion over in TWA Underground. A lot going on in TWA Underground. It's been a lot of fun. But anyways, we'll see everybody tomorrow for episode 674. It's going to be an earlier show, probably. It's Sunday, so I'm going to try and do an earlier show. That's my plan anyways. We'll see what happens with that. But my plan is to have an earlier show tomorrow rather than later in the day, especially for you fine folks in the UK that don't necessarily want to wait around till 9:30 at night to start watching a TWA wrestling show. Always appreciate everybody that does, though. I've said it 1,000 times, probably more than 1,000 times. I feel TWA community is one of the best communities on any platform. A lot of brilliant people, successful people, very good individuals, and we've always had a lot of fun, and we watch out for each other. We do not allow people to come troll us. We are professional trolls ourselves. You cannot troll the trolls. Do not come in here and try to troll us. We will pirouette your ass right back out onto the street, which is what happens. I don't even have to do anything. We got so many people that can take care of that, including Infinite Oni. Has the ability to derail people's careers, if you will. So does Honeybee Wrestling and Glenola, Joe Link. There's a few people that I trust and have the keys to the kingdom to do what they wish, and they do not need my permission. So for anybody that's new, take notes, because I do not question my mods. Let's say they ban you from a match, or not a match. If they ban you from the show, I don't question that. I will not ask them why they did it. If they tell me, I will listen. But I will not question it, and I will not reverse it, because they are trusted individuals, and if they've done it for a reason, and I don't need to know why. I don't care. Yep. The people that are in charge, other than myself, I know for a fact would never do anything.
Unless it's jetting and bullshit. Either way.
Yeah. Yeah. But they would never do anything without just cause. I can say that. So, yeah. So our community is fantastic for a reason, but we always have a good time. We always have great matches and shows, and it's it's been a really cool 6 seasons. We're about to head into season 7 eventually, right? Whether we're still on 2K25 or eventually 26. Again, unless for the 5th year in a row somebody gifts the community with 2K26, which is fantastic. Lots of people have done it. Glenola, Soul Embers, Sir Jack the Great, CZG TV, lots of people have done it, and it's appreciated and it's awesome. But I personally would not be first in line to run out and grab 2K26 after the last couple of seasons with 2K25 specifically. They're still updating things, and it still has some issues that could be worked out. For instance, 25 has been a mess. I feel like they actually owe people a refund for 25, to be fair. I do. I think they owe us something, because 25, I think, is the worst Worst year in quite some time. In quite some time. That said, most of things are worked out now. It does run... Well, it's a lot of fun. But so if we end up using 2K25 for a period longer, that we'll just cross that bridge when we get there. We'll see what happens. Maybe somebody will... Yes, yeah, he did. He bought it 2 weeks in, I think. And, you know, if somebody wants to gift the community with 2K26 again, I'm more than happy to make sure that we have that. But I personally wouldn't jump out with my own money and just automatically be first in line to do that. It's not going to happen because, again, 24 was a mess, 25 was a mess. So we will utilize 25 until we figure out what's going on with 26. But we will still enter Season 7 either way. It's not like the new season won't begin. The new season will begin the same time as always. It just might be on 25 to start. That's all. We'll be going into our 7th season. Good times. Lots of good times. Lots of good memories. Lots of great shows. Which, of course, you can find most of them all on YouTube in our YouTube library. But anyways, as we were saying, that is it. That is all for episode number 673. We'll see you tomorrow. TWA Underground. It's going to be a smoking hot show. You don't want to miss it. Show number 674. Joe's going to be excited. He's going to have to catch up to a couple more shows. Sorry, Joe. It was Oni's idea. I personally was going to run TWA Legends Night probably 4 or 5 days ago, and you know, Oni with his email threats and Twitter threats and DMs on Discord suggesting he was going to sabotage the Archerverse and make sure he had no followers. He was going to forfeit any titles his wrestlers had and take them elsewhere. I mean, it was disgusting. I felt a little, you know, bullied, if you will. But yeah, so we held off. We held off running TWA Legends Night until we acquired the rest of our legends. But as you saw today from TWA Legends Night, I mean, it was a great idea that we did, right? That was a lot of fun. It was so cool. So cool to see all those legends tonight. And it was fresh.
The whole point.
Yeah, and like Underground, it's a different feel, right? Wrestle Wars Genesis is unique to itself. It always has been. It's always been the flagship. But then Underground gives you a different feel and a different format, and so does Legends Night. All legends. You have to be a TWA legend to be on this show. So, but anyways, we'll see everybody tomorrow. Appreciate you coming out and stopping by. It was a fantastic show as always. Stay awesome. But it is that time of day. You don't have to go home. You do have to get the fuck out of my channel. See you tomorrow.